I can't tell you how excited we are. Everybody, do you know what? In the office, 3 people have already said, oh, I'm buying one of these. I'm getting one of these, and I haven't even told you what it is yet. It is fantastic. And look at this. Nobody has seen this colorway before. Now, I'm not telling you about the machine. I'm just talking about the design of the machine. It's like an airship. It's just beautiful. This is a TV, UK TV exclusive in champagne. Isn't it gorgeous? It does also come in rose as well, but I'll tell you about that in a second. It is the Cricut Maker. It is the pinnacle, the epitome, the, what's it called? The top of the mountain, the acme of, I can't tell you how brilliant it is. And did you see the film then? Did you see that little rotary cutter going like that? It is just fantastic. Now, this is the deal that we've done for you. I'm not going to talk you through that right now because Mike is here who's going to tell you all about the machine and everything like that. What I want to do, like I said, this is the champagne one. It also comes in rose, right? It also comes in a rose. Are we showing the rose one now? Oh, it's just going to go across the bottom. We'll see the rose when Mike shows you one. Right, I want you to look at some slides before we even talk about the machine, talk about what it is, what it does, who it's for, anything like that. Let's have a look at some of slides with some information on about if you don't know what it is. So a Cricut Maker will allow you to be your creative best. The possibilities are endless, and I can't tell you, we're doing a 2-hour show, right? There is too much to talk about that will fill more than a 2-hour show. It reduces the time you spend cutting, freeing up time for sewing, which is what really you will want to do, isn't it? The Cricut comes with a small rotary tool, meaning you can cut unbonded fabrics. Now that, in the old days, you had to always bond your fabrics. This one, you don't have to bond any of your fabrics. And the Cricut Maker will grow with you. There are all sorts of things you can do with it as you grow. It's like when we say about sewing machines, isn't it? Buy a sewing machine for what you're going to grow into. Well, you're going to grow into this Cricut Maker. Right, personalize your handmade or shop bought items with ease using the Cricut Easy Press 2, which is also available in today's show. Next slide. Follow the instructions on the box. Oh, right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, there's a Cricut website to help you set the whole machine up. But what the fantastic thing about this, right? It's driven through a free, completely and utterly free app called Design Space. I can't tell you how many thousands and thousands, and I mean, you can do your own designs and everything, but there are already thousands and thousands in there. It allows you to follow a ready-to-make project. Hundreds of free fonts and images within Design Space. But now, there are also images in there that are priced individually. It's like when you go, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but you know when you go and buy music and things like that, and you choose a 79p one or a 99p one, 99, won't go any more expensive than that. Or if you get really into it, now you don't have to do any of that. There's hundreds and hundreds that you can have completely for free, and you can make up your own designs, but there might be one you think, oh, I'll have that one for 79p, or I'll have that one for 99p, because you know what it's like, it gets a bit addictive, doesn't it? If you don't want to do that, if you're finding you're using more, look, £7.49 a month, or the equivalent of £5.99 a month if you pay yearly, right? So you can become a member and you can go in and you can just pick as many as you want if you pay your £7.49 a month, right? 100,000 images and fonts without any further charge. Oh, isn't that brilliant? Right, so that's the two slides that I wanted to show you, right? Now, Kathy, right, who's in charge of all of this and everything, she's very, very important. She's got a lovely outfit on today, actually. She's upstairs with Hannah, or she will be in a minute. She's standing over there right now. But in a minute, she'll be up with Hannah. If you've got any questions at all, right, if it's an easy question that we can answer, we'll answer it here. Mike and I will answer it here. But Kathy's here. She knows everything. She knows absolutely everything about this machine, right? If you've got any questions, if you're thinking, oh, well, I would buy it, but I don't know this, or I would buy it if I don't know that, email in. Here's the email, right? studio@sewingquarters.com. studio@sewingquarters.com. She'll be up there with Hannah. So if you send in a question, she will either reply to you straight away, or she'll send a message through to us to say, oh, John, say this, John, say that, John, say this. Right, hang on a second. I don't believe this. What have you just told me? Right, okay. We haven't even told you what it does yet. We haven't even opened it yet. I've got fewer than 20 of the champagne bundle already. How brilliant is that? I know. Even Mike's pulling a face. You haven't even met him yet. He's got a very pretty face, but it's going to pull in a face. But anyway, right, okay. Calm down. Let's go and meet Mike. So Kathy's the lady in charge of it all. One of the ambassadors is Mike. Now, if you're on Instagram, you might already know him because he's got a funny name on Instagram, but come with me. It's true, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good, very good.
Tell me, right, this is the rose one. This is the rose one here, right? This is the rose one. Before we even look at the machine, right? Now, the reason that we've got fewer than 20 of the champagne one is we only put the champagne graphic in. Now the pink graphic's in, the pink one will start going. Yep. Before we even talk about this is...
Yep.
Why you? Who are you? What do you do? Why do you love this machine so much? Tell me a little bit all about you.
Yeah, okay, my life story. Okay.
Yes. Not that much.
Don't worry. So I am a blogger. I blog under The Crafty Gentleman, so you might have heard of me through that.
Lots of people have heard of
I hope so. So I've been blogging for about 5 years.
So on Instagram, if they go to Instagram, they can find you under The Crafty Gentleman.
Absolutely, yeah, The Crafty Gentleman, you'll find me there. So I've been blogging for about 5 or 6 years now. My blog is a craft blog, all about making crafts accessible to everybody. So I do loads of different things, but one of the main things that I do is sewing.
Okay, go back.
Yeah,
why
go
craft?
Back even further. Yeah, great question. So I've been crafting all my life. Ever since I was a child, I used to love cutting up paper, sticking things down, making a mess, being creative, and to be honest, I never really grew out of it.
Okay, no, that's a good thing.
Hopefully, I've got a little bit better though.
So, is it all just self-taught, or did you then go off and do?
Yeah, it's all self-taught. So yeah, I've gone through no formal qualifications or training. It's all self-taught, which I think is kind of what makes my blog quite accessible because it's not elitist. It's not really kind of specific techniques that I'm teaching you. It's just making. But also, accessible.
I find this is talking about. I was taught at Wimbledon School of Art, and I've always done my whole career as a Wimbledon School of Art.
Right.
You know, that's the way I was taught. This is the way I do it. I think if you discover things on your own, then you are more open to far more influences and everything like that, and you're not got to fix. You know, like all the different art schools all have their own.
Okay. Yeah.
Style.
Yeah.
Right. Because Hannah went to Brighton and did art in Brighton, so she's very budgy. You know, kind of. I went to Wimbledon, so but you know what I mean. It's kind of like brilliant that you have because also with you learning it, you'll have gone. This is good. This isn't good. Whereas I'll have gone. Oh, they say at Wimbledon you do this. So you know what I mean. It's that kind of.
Definitely,
so you've made. So is it your job?
Yeah, so it's a part-time job. Yep, I also work a desk job as well for a few days a week. So it's kind of split, half and half.
But eventually, this will be it. When
who knows? Who knows? Yeah,
think positive. Think positive.
Yeah.
So why Cricut then? Why have you got involved with Cricut?
Yeah, well, so I've been working with Cricut as one of their main UK brand ambassadors for about 2 years now, so quite a while. It all started, like I say, about 2 years ago when they got in touch with me. So I do work with quite a lot of brands through my blog and my business. They dropped me an email saying, hey, we like what you do. We'd love to work with you. Do you want to have a machine and kind of practice and just see what you can make with it? And then really, as it went by, as the months went by, I started doing more and more. I fell in love with the machines and what they can do and the team, the company, the whole brand ethos was just such a great fit.
But it's massive.
It's huge.
It's massive.
Phenomenally
if
huge.
You start doing research because obviously when we did this show and everything, and Hannah and I was at my house. I was at Hannah was hers. We were like, going, have you seen this?
It's crazy,
have you seen
isn't
this?
it?
What's this? And I was like, what's this thing for? Because we had an original meeting, obviously, with you, me, and Kathy. But Hannah wasn't here, and she's like, John, what's this for? John, what's that for? I was like, I'm not an ambassador. I can only tell you so much.
It's mind-blowing how much there is.
But it's true what it says on that slide. You can start off doing just your basic little things, and there's endless.
It will grow with you.
That's
the beauty of this machine. It will grow with you. So if you are an absolute beginner and you're just kind of dabbling in crafts, this will make it easy for you. It's kind of an entryway into crafts. It will take away some of the tricky bits. But if you're a much more advanced crafter, like myself, I'm kind of a professional crafter.
Yeah.
I use this on a weekly basis, and it really helps open up what I can do.
Before we go on to the machine, who's it for? Who would buy it?
Great question. So, like I was saying, really, everybody from beginners all the way through to seasoned professionals. So with beginners, it will help you cut more accurately. It will help you kind of scale up what you're doing and repeat things with accuracy and precision. If you're not too confident on hand cutting or drafting patterns, anything like that, it will help you do that. Take away all the guesswork. So
we're talking a whole umbrella of crafts, aren't we? We're not just specifically saying sewing. We're not specifically saying card making.
Absolutely not. No. So obviously we're focusing on sewing for Sewing Quarter.
Of course,
but this is perfect for paper crafters. orders. So if you make greetings cards, if you make Christmas cards, birthday cards, this is going to help you out. You can make 20 in quicker than it would take you to make one by hand, for instance. If you do model making, it can cut thin woods like basswood, balsa wood, things like that.
Oh my goodness.
It can cut leather, and with additional tools, it can also score. It can engrave, so you can engrave perspex. It can do this. Honestly, there is so much it can do.
And what I like the best, you can personalize all sorts of things.
So even if you aren't making your own garments, then you can buy pre-bought things like this and then personalize it.
Oh,
so
you
it's kind
didn't
of a
make it?
semi-made. I didn't make it, I'm afraid. No.
No, because I've seen like a denim jacket. You can put all sorts of things on the back or the front of denim jacket.
Exactly.
So and it can, and we've got all the tools and everything to do all of that. There was one other question I was going to ask, and it's gone already. I'm getting overexcited again. Right. Okay. So we've got the two different. What now, Hannah? You needed me to say something before we went on, didn't you? This is the rose one here. This is your colorway, and then what you get in your starter kit. I'll go through that with you now. But you get, and here's the rose. Okay, now it's important. The pictures were wrong on the website earlier, so if you've bought the rose one, that's the color you're getting. Can I put the top
of course, close that. Yep.
It's like it's beautiful metallic-y rose color there. The other one, which is the UK TV exclusive, is the champagne. Which is, there's the still of your champagne. Now this is what you get for your starter kit. You get the actual machine and those two tools, which we will go through in a second. You're saving money, by the way. We've taken money off, but that's your champagne one there. £388.99. Now I need to warn you. Now it's really weird because I hate, you know me, right? On shopping tellies, I hate it when they start a show and 12 minutes in they go, oh, it's ever so busy. Oh, it's ever so busy. 20% of the stock's gone.
Oh gosh.
We don't know when to say it because the champagne one is absolutely flying out the door. Hannah's going, I think we might need to get some more champagne ones. Oh, now the other thing I need to tell you, which is very, very important, we have them in our warehouse now. So they will be our normal delivery. Still need to pay £2.95 post and packaging, right? And they'll be with you in 4 to 6 working days. I just need to tell you that to start with. Right, so I've bought one. Brilliant. I'm hoping this has got... No. We're acting now, acting, right? So I've bought one.
Yep.
It arrives in a box, all beautifully packaged.
Yep.
And this box... Oh, well, talk to me through what this is then that comes with it.
Yes, sure. So this is part of a bundle that we're doing today. So this is like an additional tool set that comes with it.
Which you'd normally pay for, which I'll tell you about in a second.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a brayer and a tweezer tool. So you might be familiar with these tools. A brayer, yep. So this is like a little roller. In fact, I've got an open one here. This nice comfortable handle with a padded roller bit here.
And you'll see why in a second what you need that for.
I will say these are super, super handy. They're not essential. You can make it...
Well, they come with the kit. You're getting them anyway. So,
exactly, yeah. But they are really going to make things a lot easier and more reliable for you. So this is going to help you apply your consumables.
What's it called?
A brayer.
Not a roller.
Not a roller. Same thing. Yeah, brayer. Whatever you want to.
Yeah, okay, fine.
So this is going to help you apply your consumables onto your mat. And if that doesn't make sense, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Bear with me.
And then
the tweezers. And this is going to help you peel things off your mat
but
without touching it.
They're not tweezers like you're expecting.
No,
they're not thin-ended.
Yeah,
you can't do your eyebrows with them.
No. So if you've got someone in your bathroom cupboard already and you think, oh, I can just use them, these are a little bit more specialised to using for the Cricut mats, okay? So they've got a slightly wider end, which just means they're not going to kind of jab and damage your mat or your fabric or your card, whatever it is that you're cutting out. I'll show them both in action. So if that doesn't make too much sense, then you will.
No. So the box arrives. This will come as a separate package. It'll all come together from us. And then inside the box is this box.
Exactly, yep. So.
And what people need to do before they even touch that, I mean, admire it, touch it, stroke it, right? Yeah. But you have to open this box first, don't you? Right, I'm just going to move this out of the way a sec. I'll bring that back in a second. Let me just put that around there. Right. So, what's in here?
Right, so this is kind of your little starter kit. This is really, really handy. The great thing about Cricut, which I'm constantly impressed with, every time they do any sort of product, they make it so easy to use. For such advanced equipment, it's incredibly easy to use. So this is the very first thing that you'll see when you open your big box.
Oh, it's like an invitation.
It's beautiful. So we've got here materials for your first project. I'm just going to put that aside for 1 second because the thing that we want to just look at quickly is, I mean, it gives you a clue, doesn't it?
Open me first. Yes.
So this is quite basic instructions. There's all different languages. So there's quite a lot of sheets in here, but these are all just the different language versions.
Right.
So I'm just going to pull out the English one, and it's just how to get started in 4 very easy steps. So quite quite straightforward. First of all, plug it in and turn it on.
Yes.
Then get connected, so it'll tell you exactly where to go, so the website address, and then you can follow the instructions on the screen.
Right.
And then we're going to go back to the kit that I said a moment ago. So number 3, make something. Now.
So we haven't had to go to this app as yet, have we?
You do need to download the app.
So we need to do that right at the beginning?
Yes, it will tell you that when you go into the setup. But in fact, I'll explain that now. So there's a free app called Design Space, which if you search for Design Space or go onto the Cricut website, you'll easily find it.
Right, okay, so let's think. I know, you know in the meeting, I know nothing, right? What do I need to use to find that app?
So if you go into a search engine and just search for Cricut Design Space.
Okay, so, but we've got an iPad there that you're working from.
Yep.
Can I do it on my phone?
Yep, so you can do it on any phone that can connect to the internet, so a smartphone, any tablet or any laptop, and that can be iOS or Android.
What about a proper computer?
Or a desktop, yeah.
Like a big. Yeah. Now, what about, here we are, I don't understand these. What about Windows or
Yep, absolutely fine, absolutely fine.
Apple?
It will work, yep, totally fine, yeah.
Oh, Apple, yes, I've got an iPhone, so yes, so that's
exactly,
Apple, So anything that's smart like that. My telly's smart. No,
not through the TV.
No, okay, fine. No, don't do that. Okay, so so the first thing you do is go to find this
Design Space, Cricut Design Space, and when
now remember, Cricut spelled like this, not Cricut like.
Yeah. Right. And it is pronounced Cricut. Sometimes people get confused. Is it Cricut? Cricut? It's Cricut, like the sport.
Okay, I'm not going to go there. Right, okay, so you've downloaded, so you upload an app.
Create an account, basically, so it'll ask you for your email address and a password, so it's just the same if you were buying something online. You don't need to pay at this point,
there's no money involved at the moment.
Absolutely no need to put in any details at all except for your email address.
And you can do it on your phone. You can do it on your phone.
On your phone.
And you can do everything from your phone that you can do from the laptop or anything
Pretty
like
much,
that.
everything that you need to at this stage.
Fine. Okay, so you've got that on your let's say it's on your iPad, right? So you've got that on our iPad, right? And then what do we do next?
And everybody can do this, just a point, everybody can do this right now if you're watching at home. You do not need to have bought one. If you're interested, I'd recommend going now and downloading it. And
Hannah did it last night, right? And she said it's so easy. It's so easy.
It tells you exactly what to do. So you'll make your free account and then it will take you to the Design Space software, which you can either access in an app or you can access it on your browser. So if that doesn't make sense, it will tell you what to do. It's completely foolproof. It's so easy.
Okay.
So once you're there, then it will talk you through how to make your very first project.
Okay.
So if we go back to this little envelope, which was the first thing when I opened that box, materials for your first project. And this is just a lovely little touch, I think, from Cricut, because they could just give you the machine and say, figure it out yourself.
Get on with it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we know that it's a little bit not overwhelming, just a little bit daunting. It's so easy, but until you've done it, it's not easy until you've done it. So I'm just going to open this.
You know, you've opened it, you buy it.
Oh gosh, too late. I'm going to do it slowly.
No, don't worry, rip it all open.
And what we've got in here is a little swatch of cotton fabric.
So now these might be random. We're not going to say everyone's going to get that spot.
I believe it's all the same.
Oh,
in fact, all the ones that I've opened before, it's exactly the same.
Okay,
so,
fine.
I mean, I'm not saying with 100% certainty, but if not,
99% you'll get the spotty fabric. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a piece of cotton fabric.
Exactly, yeah. Little square of cotton fabric, and then we've got 2 different pieces of card. So a slightly lighter white one, and then a blue one.
Right.
And these are going to be used in the very first project. When you first open up Design Space, it will talk you through exactly how to use these to make a little greetings card. So we're going to cut out some cotton, cut out some card, and then you can put it all together. And within 5-10 minutes, you'll have your very first project made by Cricut.
Oh,
which
fantastic!
Is really
yes, that's brilliant.
Yes. So I'll leave that as a surprise for now.
We're not going to do that. No, because we've got so many other things to show.
God, yeah,
I've got a question before you go any further.
Yes.
So, Jan says, sorry, I missed your name. This is Mike.
Hey.
Is there a map? Is there an app available for the Kindle? Now, if you don't know the answer, Kath's upstairs.
There isn't. I don't think. Anyway, we can double check, but I'm pretty sure not.
Okay,
no.
if your Kindle has web access, then you can.
Okay, yeah.
It should work.
I don't use a Kindle myself, but it should do. We'll double
can't
check
bear
for you.
Kindles.
We'll double check. Yeah.
I can't read a book on a beach like that.
Yeah,
no, give me a book
mean,
anything.
yeah.
Right, okay, nice question though, Jan. Thank you very much indeed. Right, okay, so what else is in this box then?
Right, so first up, we've got the rotary blade here, which is, I'll just take that out and show you. So it comes in this little protective plastic
It's like a baby rotary cutter.
It is, that's exactly what it is. So hopefully viewers will be very familiar with a rotary blade. It's just a little round blade at the end on this fancy looking golden
Do you know
hog.
what? It sounds really stupid, right? I'm going to say, it looks classy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It looks like a piece of jewellery. It looks like it's beautifully. It's not.
It's so
that doesn't look like it's become through a production line machine, like chuck it
Nope.
out at the end. It looks like a beautifully manufactured piece, doesn't
And
it?
that's because it is. This is an incredibly well engineered technology. I mean, this is industrial level technology
Yes.
that's been made in a domestic way. So you
Right.
can use this incredibly high-tech machinery in your craft room at home, and it's so easy to use. But before this machine, really, there was absolutely nothing else on the market that could do this level of industrial, professional work.
Now, I've got another question. Now, I know we're going to cover this
Yep.
later, but just in case the person has to go, can you cut real leather
Yes,
with it?
of course you can. Yeah.
Okay.
So you do need an extra blade for that though, which doesn't come loaded because that's quite a specialist thing. So
Okay.
you will need a
Right.
deep cut blade. It's called a knife blade. Sorry, which is a deep cut. So you can easily find that. They're not too expensive and they'll last for a very, very long time. But yeah, it absolutely can. In fact, I was doing it just a few days ago.
Okay, we sell PU here, like the fake
Yep,
faux leather.
yep, it'll cut that.
But with the other blade or with this blade?
With it should be the other blade, I believe. Yeah, because it's
deeper.
quite thick.
Okay,
Yeah, it
fine.
mimics
There you go.
the same
We'll
process as
answer
leather.
your questions as we go along, even if it's
Yep.
not to do. So don't think,
Yep.
oh, I'll wait. Right. So that's
Yes.
a beautifully manufactured. That's our rotary cutter blade.
Now, so this is going to be used for all fabrics. So kind of cotton, silk, denim, tweed, coarsely woven ones, as well as silk. So this is your fabric blade,
Now,
basically.
and be careful. Is that blade?
Oh God, it's sharp. you could say.
But be careful because it's sticking out there.
Yes,
Is it?
exactly,
So
yeah.
please be
It
careful.
does come with a little protective cap.
Oh, okay,
So I'm just going to take that off.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
so that's just for fabrics.
Yes.
You cut your cardboards or your anything else with that.
No. So that is done with what's called the premium fine point blade.
And will
which is
we
this.
find that when this
Yep,
comes? That'll
yep.
be in with
That'll
this
be in it,
machine.
yep,
is it? So
that'll
don't
be in
look for
there.
that in this box here. That'll be in there.
Or it might be in the actual
Oh, actually,
port,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
but it'll be in there definitely. Now this is
Hang
kind
on,
of your...
there's no blade on
Hold
there.
on. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh
coming out
yes.
slightly.
Look.
So that's if I wanted to change the blade. In fact, I'll show you. So when this blunts, which will take you years, I
Yes.
promise. In fact, I've been working with Cricut for 2 years. I've only just changed my blade, and I
Okay,
use
and
mine
you're
a
using it
hell of a
every
lot.
day, yes, yeah.
I'm going
Right.
to show you how to change it though. You just very carefully, because this is sharp. You
Watch your
can
fingers.
pull this out.
Oh.
And there we go. We just changed that, and it's magnetized
Oh,
as well.
so when we need to change any blades, we don't have to buy the whole of this
Absolutely
unit
not.
again.
So that's called the housing.
Yes.
This is the blade. You only need the blade again. So nice and
Oh,
easy. Yeah.
so that's good because
Makes it
a lot
cheaper,
of companies
less
would go,
waste.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll buy them with one of these.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Anyway, the fine point blade. So
Yes.
this is, it's kind of like your bread and butter blade. This is going to cut probably 90% of what you want to cut. So this is all of your vinyls, your cards, your fabrics, your iron-ons, pretty much everything that isn't fabric.
Are we going to be using that one today?
Yes, we're going to use it to cut out a card shape. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
We carry on. So let's carry on with this box now. I just
Yeah,
went
sure
off
thing,
kilter.
yeah,
So in this box, you got the blade and you got the housing with
Yep.
the blade in it, the rotary
Yep.
cutting blade, and the little thing to cover so it's kept safe
Exactly,
all the time.
exactly, yeah.
When you've got rid of this box, is there somewhere for this to live
Yes,
in there?
so you can, well, you've got several options. If we go over to the machine,
Yep.
there's either, you'll notice here, we've got these little
Yeah.
kind of
There you go. Yeah.
reservoir bits. So these have got a silicone base as well, so they're nice and soft. So you can put your blade straight down into
Oh,
it, and
without
it's not
putting-
going to blunten, which
Right,
is great.
okay, yeah.
So I can put that in there. There's a short one there, or if I wanted to put my tools in, there's a deeper one there, so you can
Oh,
see how
fantastic.
deep
We'll
that is.
show you those tools later.
So we can completely fill these, which is really handy if you've got a permanent setup in your craft room
Perfect.
to have them there for easy access. If not, and you've not quite got as much space and you want to pack your machine away at the end of a crafting session, then there is this drawer here,
Oh,
in
look,
front,
look,
which
look,
is
look.
super, super handy. So there's
Hang on,
several
Jerry's just getting
compartments. So here we go. See that there? So
Yep.
this was the lid when you close it.
Right.
See the logo there?
Yeah.
But we're going to open it, and it's got built-in storage. And this is, there were previous Cricut models that were fairly similar. This is slightly deeper than the previous
Right.
ones.
So you
because
can. So other things can live in there as well. 'Cause as
Exactly.
you build
Yeah.
more and more, there's
Yeah.
more space to keep.
So it is designed, obviously, you can see here, this bit's designed for the blades, this bit's designed for your longer tools, and then this bit has a little magnet on it. So you
Yeah.
know the blade that we just took out?
Yes.
That can go there, it will clip in place with the magnet, and it will stay nice and neat, so you can keep all
Oh,
your
because you're going to
spares
buy different
there.
blades as you go along.
Yeah,
aren't
or just
you?
have some
Yeah.
spares easily to hand, because they're so
Okay.
little, you don't want to lose them.
No.
Now, that's what it's designed for, but I have heard people putting sweets in here.
Well, yeah, well,
Putting
that's
all their
what
chocolates in.
you that, on the front of your sewing machine. That's what the gubbins box is
Of
for
course
sweets.
that's- yeah,
right.
we all know that.
What else is in the box? Because I know
Yeah.
everyone's dying to see what else the machine will do. What's
so
that?
That is a cable to plug your device into. Now, I don't use this because I connect through Bluetooth, which is super easy to do if
Of course
you
it is.
if you have a device which every modern phone and laptop will be able to do this. Connect through Bluetooth, which is just like a wireless way.
No, I have
of
a
the two
printer.
things
My
talking
printer
to-
does this at home.
Yeah,
I'm got a
there
wire
you
between
go.
them. I know these things. Right.
It's really handy because it means that you can just be a bit more free with your device.
Yes.
You can have this on one side of a room, or even this in your craft room. Take your tablet down to the kitchen while you're watching tea cook, and you can be making things, and it's upstairs cutting for you. If not, you can plug in through a cable. If you're not too comfortable in doing that, it just plugs in.
But if you're in a craft room where your computer, if you're lucky enough to have that much space,
Yeah.
then you can just plug it in like you would do like an old-fashioned
definitely,
printer.
if you
and
want
things
to.
like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We also recommend, I mean, this is going maybe a few steps ahead, but if you are cutting something a little bit thicker like wood, so it can cut thin wood, which takes quite a lot of cuts just to make that deep cut, we recommend that you plug it in.
Oh, in case the Wi-Fi drops out or
Precisely.
something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. But there you go, you're a pro.
So I'm getting there. Right, and then there's one more thing in here.
Yep, so are you ready for the big reveal? This can also draw for you. It doesn't just cut, it can draw. So this is just a normal pen, kind of a fine liner pen, which is just standard black color. So if you are making, for example, wedding invites and you're making 200 of them, stick this into the port there, and it will write all your addresses for you.
Oh, you see,
How good's
Hannah
that?
was saying this morning, when I get married, I'm going to use it to do my wedding invites. I'm going to have perforations and then have cutouts.
Yep.
And I was like, what's she talking about?
Yeah. I'm just going to put this in. Now this is just the, like I say, just the standard black fine point blade. So it's a 0.4 inch tip, which is great for just
Obviously,
writing
you're going
addresses.
to are they Cricut though?
Yeah, this is Cricut. Yeah, so this is like the default
So you
one.
must sell different colours, different widths, different.
Oh my gosh, there are so many. There's glitter ones, there's neon colours.
Don't be
every
telling
colour
us
of the
that.
rainbow. And there's also, importantly for today, a fabric marker.
Well, I was
pen.
going to say, you don't use this to mark fabric with, do
Absolutely
you?
not. No. So this is like a marker pen. You don't want to get that on your fabric. But there is a special, in fact, I've got one right here.
Right, while we're at that point, I'm just going to be a bit naughty.
No, it's fine.
Fabric marker. This is the one, so that one comes in your box, that pen
The
comes
black
in your
one
box, the
does,
black one
yeah.
comes as well. This is your fabric marker here, which is it water soluble?
Yep. So it will draw all your pattern numbers, it will draw your seam allowances, anything like that onto your fabric as it cuts it out.
Right.
And then once you've finished sewing, you can
We'll
just give
see
it
it.
a wash.
We'll see it in action.
Yes,
but just in
we
case
will,
you
yeah.
want one of those, $5.99, because you don't get one of those actually in the box. I'm saying you don't. You get everything flipping else, don't you? So it's a pen, isn't it? Right. Okay. So now I'm in my workroom. I've read
Yep.
that. I've downloaded my app and everything like that.
Yep.
I want to get going. I'm not going to make that card because that's a surprise for the people
Yes,
at home.
yeah,
isn't it?
I don't want to ruin
so
the surprise.
so we've made the card and everything. I want to do something with
Yep.
my machine, and I'm going to do some EPP, and I want to make some hexy. A hexy quilt or something
Yep.
like that. How can this help me make a hexy?
Absolutely,
Well, obviously it's not
right.
going to make the quilt for me. You can't just go make me a hexy quilt. Don't you know what I mean?
Magic.
What does it? How can it do?
Right, so first of all, I think I'll talk you through the mats as well, which I've kind of alluded to.
Oh, these come with it
So
as
these
well.
are- yeah,
oh
they
yes,
come with
because
it, so
they're not.
these are
They weren't on
essential.
that side. That's
No,
what I forgot,
so
yeah.
I'll
Right.
show you these in
are
action in a
these like
second.
just a cutting mat then?
So these are kind of adhesive-backed cutting mats. So these are very thin plastic, and basically they're going to be a vehicle to pass your material, your fabric, your card, your vinyl through the machine. You
Right.
can't just-
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah.
So, yes, got it.
So it's not like a printer where you just put a piece of paper through and it prints.
Yeah.
You do need something to back onto because it's cutting, so it needs that backing piece.
Why? Oh, I don't know.
Two different colours.
Why
Yeah.
is one blue and
No,
one's
they've
pink?
They've got a protective
Oh,
one
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. So these are kind of the standard mats. These will come with your maker. They are a different colour for a very good reason, as well as just looking nice. They're not just arbitrary colours. So the blue is similar to the fine point blade that I mentioned. This is kind of your bread and butter mat
Right.
that you're probably going to use for most things except for fabric.
Oh, okay.
So this is, it's called the light grip mat because it's got quite a light grip and it's designed for paper, card, vinyl, iron-on, all those good stuff. So with your beginner project, you'll definitely be using this for the card.
So when we open that thing, when you cut the card,
Yes,
you
exactly.
use the blue thing.
Yeah.
Now, why has it got? Thank you
No,
to touch
no,
it.
fine,
Why has
yeah.
it got a plastic thingy over the
So
top?
you'll notice, I don't know if you can quite see it on the camera,
Will.
there is this very thin plastic backing, and can you hear that?
Yeah, you can sort of see
peeling
you
off?
peeling it off.
So this
yeah.
is all sticky.
Oh.
And do not throw this covering away. This is really, really important. This is going to protect your mat. You can imagine if we peel this off and then just left it, this is going to get loads of bits on, and that's just going to shorten the life of these mats. They will last for a very long time.
Okay, so this one's not for fabric, the blue one.
No.
The blue one is for cardboard and all sorts of other
Yep,
things like that.
vinyl, iron-on.
Right.
Yep.
So why? Is it sticky? Is it gonna? If I put white card on there, is
Yep.
it gonna make? Is it gonna make it?
It's not going to damage it whatsoever, no. I'll show you a little trick when we do some cutting on card
Okay,
as well,
perfect.
just to kind of extend the life a little bit, but no, it's not going to damage it. It's light grip, so it means that it's not super, super strong. If you were cutting say leather or like a really heavy weight, like a wood, for instance, something that's a lot more sturdy that needs a lot more sticking down, there will be a separate mat for that, which is called the strong grip, which is purple. You don't need that for a beginner stage though at all.
Okay, so we get both of these automatically. The pink one's for fabrics, like cotton, silks, chiffons, things like that.
Yeah, so I will talk through just a quick difference because you might think, oh, does it really matter? I'm just going to kind of skip between them because the blue one's closer and I want to cut some cotton. Don't do that. This is a different mat. It's not just a different colour. It's got a different adhesive on it, which is designed specifically for fabric. So it will hold your fabric nice and tightly so it doesn't move, but it's very easy release. So when you come to pick it away, it won't tug at your fabric, it won't fray it, anything like that.
And is my fabric sticky?
No, not at all. There's absolutely no...
So it's not glue, it's not adhesive, it's just something on there that's impregnated into there. So it means your fabric doesn't move when you're cutting it.
Exactly, yeah.
But you can peel it off and it's absolutely fine. And then it's when you come to sew it on the sewing machine, it's not going to be clagging the sewing machine or glue or anything like that.
You'd never know that it's been through this at all. It doesn't leave any residue at all.
Right, okay. I haven't got my thing, Hannah, so you need to... Deb. Oh, yeah, jelly and ice cream, Debs, message. I'd love one of those Cricut machines for Christmas, please. Hint, hint, Ian. Ian, Debs would like one for Christmas, please. And now, you better get them quick because they're going rather fast. They are going rather fast. Okay, right. So this is something else. So we've got the machine, and we've got our boards. We've got our roller because it's a free gift. We need to make some cardboard hexes.
Yep, should we go for it? Right.
Yes, please.
So I've got one, here's one I made earlier, just to show you exactly what I'm
just need to point out, I don't mean free gift, I mean as in it comes within the bundle and you're saving £10. Right.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to be making this, so just a simple hex template. So we've got our card hexagon and our fabric. And you will notice, if you're particularly eagle-eyed, it's even got little dots. I don't know if the camera can pick that out.
No!
This is done with the fabric pen.
Can you see? Oh yes, you can just see
and those dots are where you will line up your template and then fold it over.
Does your fabric pen only come in blue?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
So you know that it's always the fabric pen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, nice and easy to see.
Okay, right.
So that's what we're going to aim for.
So we're going to make both of those.
Yes, we will. Yeah. So, and I will say this is a really basic shape. It can do incredibly intricate.
Oh no,
stuff,
but I understand that. But you're growing with me. I've not bought one before, so I want hexes. So we're making.
We're going to go for it.
But we've got an hour. We've got another hour and a half yet.
Oh god, yeah. There's time. Right. So I'm peeling off this.
Right now that's fabric. So we're going to do fabric first.
Yeah, we will do. Yeah. So obviously you can do it either way around. I've got just a little...
Do I need to do anything with that?
No, I just usually leave it. Yeah, keep it. I usually put it upside down so I don't put the side that's going to touch the mat onto my work surface.
Okay. Oh yes, but you've got the label on it.
Exactly. Yeah, that helps. Okay. I also sometimes on the back, I don't know if not on that one. On here, see I've written paper and card just over here.
Oh yes.
Because I like to have. It's good to try and keep.
But also, did you say there are other boards? Are there only 3 boards, or are there lots of different boards?
So there's 4, so there's these 2, then there's the strong grip and the medium grip, which is for, so medium grip is for kind of mid-weight cards. Okay. To be honest, you can put medium grip on the blue mat though, that's absolutely fine.
That's fine, it's just, I was thinking it's good to write on it, because if you've got 4, and then you go, oh, what's purple? But then I've noticed they've got it written on here anyway. Right. Okay, definitely. So let's cut ahead,
So all we're gonna do is very carefully put some fabric on. Now I'm gonna line it up to the top corner. You'll notice that all of these mats have a 12 by 12 inch grid as well. The reason that inches is because Cricut is an American company. Yep. But it's still
okay. Now, my first question is: so your fabric doesn't have to cover the whole board?
Nope. That is the great thing about this. You can use little scraps. You can use the smallest little piece, or you can cover it completely, depending on what you're cutting.
Oh, so people who've got their little stashes. So we have designers here that I keep that in my box. So even if if you want a tiny triangle and you've got a tiny square like that, you can put that tiny square on
there. Yeah. And there's a really good feature as well on which you can only use on devices that have a camera as well. So like your smartphone or your tablet, which is called. I won't go into this in too much detail, so don't be put off, but it's called Snap Mat. And it's basically, when you're about to cut, you can take a photo of the mat, you line it up with the very edge, and then that will basically translate where you put your fabric into the software so that you can line up your shapes and cut exactly on it.
So it's not that, it's around there.
So you're not guessing. I'll show you on the screen in a second, but basically you move your shape that you're going to cut around kind of a digital replica of this mat, so you don't need to guess with Snap.
Right, why did we need to do that? Why do we need to roll it?
So you notice I just give this a really good rub. Now this is just ensuring 2 things. 1, really good adhesion, so you see it nice and stuck flat, but also no creases, no bubbles.
Okay, what happens if I put my finger, I'm terrified to touch this. Am I allowed to touch this side? No.
No, hands off. Okay. No, I mean, you can, don't worry if you do. It's not going to damage it, but there are natural oils on everybody's fingers that are going to interfere with this slightly, which is why we've got the tools. So the tweezers, for instance, When we're ready to
Which
take
are the
this
ones
off,
that come in the starter bundle, yeah?
exactly, yeah. When we're ready to take this off, we will
right.
just tweezer this off.
Yeah,
There are
so you're
also-
not trying to get your fingernail
Exactly,
and dirt
yeah.
and grease and
I
everything
mean,
off your hand.
to be honest, you can. I wouldn't recommend
No,
it.
no, but if you do it every day,
Exactly.
it might be once. So if you haven't got those in your room, you can get away with
Exactly,
it. But
yeah.
if you're doing a constant thing, you're going to be
Yeah.
constantly putting dirt and oil and everything in the same place.
Smudging it as well.
Right.
Whereas this can just hook under and peel it off
Perfect.
nice and easy.
Okay. And they
So-
both come in your starter kit anyway, so
Yeah.
that's fine. So we put the piece of fabric on
Yep,
there.
just to make sure that's gone up
Yeah.
to the edges. So try and line it up with the outside edges. It doesn't matter if not. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have put this right in the middle. I just need to make adjustments in a second.
Yeah, okay.
Then I'm going to place this in here, and you'll see at the top there's this little hanging.
Like an arrow,
Yeah, this little hanging thing which is used just for hanging it up in shops, but it's also a useful arrow just to show you which
Yeah.
direction to put it in. I could also put it backwards if I wanted to, because it's not quite square, it's a slight rectangle shape. I couldn't put it
Yeah,
sideways.
so it doesn't matter if it goes forwards
Forward
or
or backwards, you just
Okay.
can't put it sideways.
No,
So if
that's
it doesn't fit and you're confused, turn it
Yeah.
around and it will fit.
Yeah.
Now,
And
there's
just
these,
yeah.
so you'll notice there's these little like hook things just underneath
Yeah.
here, which I've slid it underneath.
Yeah.
Now, I'll show you how the software works in a second. For now, just bear with me and
Yeah.
we'll look at what it's doing on the machine. The button here is flashing, see this arrow button?
Yeah.
The great thing about this as well, I was saying it's really easy to use, I wasn't lying, it will flash on what you need to press. So this is telling me that I need to press this button, and if you watch here, what happens? See how that pulled that in? So that's just locked it in place beneath this silver bar.
Because we haven't put any design in or anything yet, have we? So
Well,
it's just,
we have, I've done that just before the
Oh,
show,
okay,
but
okay,
I just wanted to show it
right. Yeah.
cutting, and then I'll show you kind of
Yeah,
right back
okay.
from the start as well. That's just locked it in underneath this bar, so now this is not going to wobble at all.
Okay.
As I did that, I put a little bit of pressure with my hand, very, very slight amount of pressure. I'm not forcing it.
Yeah.
That's just so it doesn't go in on an angle, because if that does, you're going to jam the machine.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do that, though, as in very hard to get it wrong.
Yes.
So don't worry at all, as long as
Okay.
you just hold that with a bit of pressure. That is locked in place now. It is not moving, so it's going to go nice and straight through
Okay.
the machine.
Yeah.
There's also these little star wheels, they're called.
Yeah.
So these actually make contact with the mat and the material. So these are just, again, going to make sure it's all held in place. If we were using a really thick material like wood or leather, they slide.
Yeah.
And, oh, actually, it's not going to slide because it's locked in, but they
Yeah.
do slide easily. So
yeah,
you can
when you
move them
haven't
out
got
of
the
the way.
board in and everything yet.
Exactly.
Have you already put your fabric cutting blade in?
Yes, yeah. I'll show you how easy that is to do, so just forget that it's in for now. So that's completely empty. There's no blade in whatsoever. You'll notice there's two ports here.
Yeah.
They look quite similar. This is port A. So this is for your kind of additional tools, so like pens, also a scoring stylus, so you can score card and paper. All your additional things go in here.
Right.
It's not often that you'll use that, but this bit is the one which you're always going to need to have populated.
okay.
This is where the blades go.
Yeah.
So you'll see this
So
golden
no matter
blade.
what blade you're using, it always
Matches up.
comes in this one here.
Exactly, yeah. Blades always go in port B.
Yeah.
And to put it in, you just open up this little front flap here,
Yeah.
and that
Oh.
all opens up nice and easy. And then, I'm doing this backwards, so
Yeah,
bear with
no,
me.
it's awkward, isn't it?
Slots in, I'm just holding that with my finger. If I let go,
Yeah.
it'll fall out. And then, just close it. And it's quite tight, there we go.
And also,
It
you'll
clips
be
in
doing it
place.
from the front anyway, so you won't have to be leaning over
Yeah,
it or anything. We're
yeah.
just doing it this way, so you get a good view.
You won't be doing acrobats.
No,
guy.
exactly. So we've got the board in with the fabric on, and
Yep.
we've now got our blade in.
Exactly, yep. So this is ready to go, and the reason we know it's ready to go is because the little Cricut logo button here is flashing, which
Right.
is Cricut for go, basically.
Oh,
Go
oh,
button.
okay.
So I'm going to press go, and it's going to cut out the first shape. So first of all, it's going to check the blade. So it has a little think. It also pushes the mat right the way through and back, just to make sure that there's clearance space.
Oh, right. How thick can the fabric be then? Because obviously that's just a cotton. But
Yeah, sure. So anything up to about 2.4 millimeters we can cut.
Oh, so-
Which doesn't sound a lot, but I mean that's
No,
like
no, no. But if
thick
you think of
denim,
fabrics,
tweed,
yeah, exactly,
that
yeah,
is
exactly.
very.
Right, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Here we go. Oh no, I didn't put the pen in. I forgot there was a pen on this.
Oh.
So it should be doing the pen. Hold
Well, you
on,
wouldn't
that-
see it anyway because it's blue on blue,
Yeah, true.
so it's fine. But what would that pen have been marking?
It would have been doing the little dots
But
that I showed you this morning. So
okay. So the dots are done before it's actually
yes,
cut out.
yeah,
then?
and we'll see more of the pen in
Yeah,
action
yeah,
in a slightly
okay.
better thing. It'll draw lines later. We'll look at that. But now it's just checked that is the rotary blade attached, and it is now cutting. And you can see just how quick this is.
But look at the blade. Look at the way the blade.
It's
It's
so
like a proper
mesmerising.
robot-y.
It's
you know,
really
kind
cool.
of like.
Do you know, one of the main benefits of Cricut is that you can just leave it to cut and go and get on with your day, and it will do it all for you. I don't think I've ever done that because I always get mesmerised watching it. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And I've been doing this for years.
Right,
So
why is it flashing now then?
it's done. We've cut our first hex, we've cut our first
Did
rectangle.
it move far enough to cut a hex in?
I know. And it's telling me to press this flashing button again, which is
Right.
the arrow button. So if we remember before, that locked it in.
Yeah.
This is now just going to do the opposite and release it. And we can then take that out. Now you probably can't see anything
Right,
now.
hang on, before you do anything.
It's incredibly
I
fine.
can't see anything.
No.
You can't see. Even with my glasses on, I can't see anything on there.
It's incredibly fine. Right.
Right, Jeremy,
I'm gonna
you
just
ready?
peel this off. And do you know what? Do you want to do the honours?
No.
Do you want to take that? Are you sure?
No, you do it.
Sure?
I'll do one later.
Okay, so you notice how I just picked that up with the blade there. And then...
Ah!
It's cool, isn't it? It's really cool. Perfect hexagon. And that took, what, 2 seconds to cut,
Yes,
maybe?
right, okay.
I could have filled that mat with
I was
them.
about to say, I want to do a whole quilt, not just
Yeah.
one.
Do you want to? Do you want to do a whole mat? Or should we do the card first?
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
we can
yeah.
cut
Do the
loads
card
more out.
first. And what we'll do is we'll do the card first. Then I want to do a little roundup, and then we'll come back and we'll show how to do hundreds of them or loads of
Yeah,
them.
or we can cut an actual pattern as well. A sewing
Okay,
pattern.
right. My first question now
Yeah,
is
good
at home.
question.
I'd go, ooh, what's this
Yeah,
on my mat?
right. So you might be able to just see there's
Oh,
one or
at
two
home,
loose
pieces,
threads
yeah.
just around the edge. This is inevitable because obviously this is a woven fabric.
Yeah.
It's going to fray on the edges very, very slightly. So there's literally like 1 or 2 very small
Oh, yes,
threads
it's
here.
nothing much.
Do not worry. It's very tempting to start picking these away and keeping your mat clean.
Yeah.
You probably want to do that with everything that isn't the fabric mat. The reason being, because the rotary blade is a rotary blade, it rolls right the way over things. So it's going to absolutely have no issues with little loose bits of thread. It's just going to glide over them.
Right.
If you were using the knife blade,
Yeah.
like the pointy blade, it might catch on them
Okay.
and tug slightly more.
Right.
So if you did have little scraps of card and paper on your blue mat, then maybe try and pick those off if they're a little bit bigger.
Okay, so
But
I'm leaving
this-
that there, but then I don't like it being messy like that. Can I clean
Don't
it?
worry. Absolutely not at this stage, but when it's dirtier and it's starting to lose
just-
its stickiness,
Yes.
yeah, then you definitely
Not
can.
yet, John. No cleaning yet.
Honestly, it will be hundreds of uses before you
Oh, yeah,
need
yeah,
to clean it. This stick will last for a long time. When you are at that stage, which I certainly am with some of my mats, you can clean it in warm soapy water. Just very gently clean it. Just give it a little wipe. With
Right, wait. So I've used it hundreds times. It's
Yep.
got lots of
Yep.
bits on it and everything. Or if you've done a blue and a red and a pink project, and then
Yep.
you're going to do a pure white project, you might not want
Maybe.
any of the pink and the white blue threads coming
Yeah.
on the red. You might want to just clean them out.
Yeah.
So you get soapy water. Do you get a cloth?
Yep, just a very gentle cloth and give it a little wipe. So you just loosen all of these fibers and then they can wash off. And that also slightly reactivates the adhesive as well. It's not going to completely reinvigorate it and it won't be a whole brand new mat, but
Right.
it will give it a little bit of extra life.
Now, I'm sure I read somewhere that you don't use, you have to do that with your fingers. I read. So now it was on the website, I think, somewhere you say,
maybe
we'll
that's
check
a
that out
different
for you.
technique, yeah.
We'll check that out for you.
Yeah.
But I think I read somewhere you do soapy water like that. But
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No, to be honest,
I don't want to prove you wrong. I don't want to be putting you in the point, but
It's one of those things that we don't sort of officially recommend that you clean your mats. You totally can, and it's
Yeah,
not going to do
yeah.
any real damage, but it is best just to buy a new one. And I'm not just saying that to make you buy new ones, because
Yeah.
this is going to take a very, very long time to use up.
that's fine.
get
That's
the
fine. I
best from
just
it.
want to.
Yeah.
Well, now, also, if you're in your workroom and you do that with your cup of tea and you're not,
Oh, God,
you
yeah.
are going to have to,
Yeah, of
you
course,
are going to have to
yeah,
clean
yeah.
it or get a new one or something
Yeah,
like that. Okay,
exactly, yeah.
okay, right. Let's do the cardboard,
Yeah.
and then we'll go and do. I'll do the roundup, and then we'll do the how we do lots and lots and lots of them.
Absolutely, right.
Because we haven't even
so-
looked at the app yet, have
Oh
we?
God, I know there's
No.
so much. Oh God, 45
Yeah, no, exactly.
minutes in, are
I
you
know, I
joking?
know.
Right, so I'm just putting that little protective cover back
Yeah.
on, and then I can put that to one side. So now I'm going to my blue mat, which you'll remember is our light grip mat.
Yes.
So this is great.
So this
for-
is we're doing the cardboard
yeah,
now.
exactly.
Right?
Yes, this is great for card.
Now,
paper.
what happens if that plastic goes on that board?
That's fine. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
don't worry
that's
too
fine,
much. I
that's
try and
fine.
keep them the same, and you're not going to be using more than one at the same time.
I just know what
but-
I'm like. That's all.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't matter. Yeah, don't worry about that. As long as there's something covering it. I also like to hang these up, so I've actually put just a little nail tack just behind the door in my craft room, and
Yeah.
I can hang them up completely out of the way, rather than putting them underneath things and damaging them. So I've got some card here.
Right. You can use the white card that we sell on our website. We've got the white card on our website. Oh, it's not special card. It's
No,
just,
this is just standard card.
Yeah, just your EPP card. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just gonna plug
And it
that
doesn't
in.
matter on the weight either. Then. Oh, no, because we're going to use a different blade now. Then, aren't
We
we?
are, yeah. So you can do in fact, pretty much all weights of card. You just need to tell the machine when you're setting it up which weight you've got it.
Oh, okay. Well, our weight has it written on the packet, so that's fine. Yeah.
So nice and easy. So obviously, if you're doing very thin kind of tissue paper, then you're going to need to put a lot less pressure than if you're doing very thick, I don't know, 270
What do you want to cut
GSM.
tissue paper out for? Oh, to
You
decorate
can,
things,
you
yeah.
can. Right.
Stop it, Hannah. Hannah's now doing flowers on her wedding invites as well.
Oh,
now.
brilliant.
Yeah. She hasn't got a boyfriend, so she's not getting married soon, so don't worry.
Right. Just being very prepared.
Right.
I'm actually going to change this.
What we'll do is we'll show you,
copies.
when I've done the roundup in a minute, we'll show you exactly what he's doing, what Mike's doing on the app, so you can watch how the app works as well.
Yes, definitely. Right.
We've made him use the reason I haven't had my iPad is made him use my iPad, and of course it's going all over the place. Right, okay.
Right, so I'm going to do the exact same thing again.
Blade?
Yeah, I'll do that in a second.
Oh, then you'd have to do that before you press
you can do it either way. In fact, yeah, I'll do that now if you want to.
No, I'm not.
No, don't worry.
No, I don't want you to think I'm telling you what to do.
No, don't
In
worry.
my brain, I'd go, blade first, because
Yeah.
I'll forget otherwise.
The great thing is, though, if you do forget and you leave the wrong blade in, so we've currently got the fabric blade in, we need to change that. If I forget and press go, the machine will have a little think and say, hold on a minute, I think you've got the wrong blade. And it will tell you exactly what to do. It will not cut. It will tell you on
your
the tablet
iPad
or whatever
something.
it is you're using, it will say, wrong blade, change it
Wow.
to this. So really, you cannot get it wrong with this machine.
Okay.
It tells you exactly what to do.
Perfect.
Also, everybody watching at home now, you are seeing all of this without the screen. So you might still be thinking, easy for him to say, it looks easy, but oh God, I've already forgotten what he did. It's telling me on the screen at the same time.
Okay,
what
but
to
we'll
do.
show you that in a second. We'll show you
Yeah.
how that works in a second.
So I've just changed the blade in exactly the same way. So this blade, even though it looks very, very different, in fact, I'll hold them up together. See, the top looks very, very
It
different.
hasn't got the cogs on it though, the other one. has.
Exactly, but it goes into the exact same place. The things that have cogs
because
are
the
kind of
cogs, because your blade needs to twist, whereas this
Yes.
knife stays the same.
Exactly, yeah. And it also helps put more downward pressure as well. So this is where, as you get more advanced, you can use engraving tools, scoring tools, things like that, which all have this, what's called the adaptive tool system, which is basically this gold cog.
Who's that one said that? Janet says I've checked out on the gold one because John was so excited.
Ah, brilliant.
June's excited as well. She loves it as well. Right, okay, so we'll
I've
press
just,
that.
Yeah, I've just locked that in. I'm going to press flashing Cricut.
Do we need the pen
Go.
in? No.
No, not for this.
Oh, so it's doing its tester first.
Yeah, so it's just making sure there's enough space behind. So don't put this right up against a wall.
No, of course not. No.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it's just having a little think. It's happy that it's got the right machine. And the right blade, sorry.
Oh, now this one's. I can see this one. This one's more
Yeah,
obvious.
it's a little bit more obvious.
Oh, I could.
And it's done. So it's already done that. Perfect. Hexagon. And then I've just ejected that. And then a little tip here. So with fabric, you don't need to worry about this, but with card and paper, if you peel this off now and just pull it like this, you're going to end up with curly paper because you're peeling it back against itself. So I'm going to flip the whole thing over and peel the mat back. The mat is a lot more forgiving of being peeled like this. So I'm keeping my card flat.
Yes.
It's not essential, but it's just a little
No, little
top
tip. We like.
There
Oh,
we go.
look. So why doesn't that bit come off? That's what I don't understand because it's.
It's still stuck on. We've cut around it. So
Yeah,
we're
because we
peeling
cut
off the
round it.
negative.
Yeah, we're not
Yep.
pulling any of it. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to, in fact, I'm going to
Thank you. Hannah's answering the questions now. Everyone upstairs. Hannah's the expert now.
Oops. Hold on a minute.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. I'm just going to get under. So I'm just going to peel that off, and then we've got our perfect English paper piece of card. And where did our fabric go?
Right.
There it is.
Oh.
There we go.
Right. Now, before we show you how to cut loads and loads out and how the app works, I just need to do a little roundup over here.
Yeah.
So I'll just go and do this, and then we'll come back and we'll do yours. Now, there was a bit of confusion our end because we've been calling that one rose gold, and it's not rose gold. It's just rose, and then this one is called champagne. At the beginning, I said that the champagne one was the TV exclusive, UK TV exclusive. It's not. It's the rose one. It's the rose one, apparently. So that's the rose one there. What you get for £388.98. We haven't talked about this, have we? Oh, wait in a minute. Wait to see how it opens. When you press the button, it's like a spaceship landing. But anyway, so for £388.98, what you get is you get the machine. You also get the pack that's got the, well, they call it an applicator and remover set, but it had posh names and it was called Tweezer and Brayer. They've called it applicator and brayer on the packet here. But anyway, so you get all of that. Now, if you were to buy the machine and the little set on its own, you'd be paying £10 more. So just so you know, you'd be paying £10 more if you bought that and that. And then what you get in the box, you get that and you get the two trays, not trays, boards. What are they called? Mats, the pink one and the blue one that go through. Right, so that's the rose one that's over there. This is the champagne one. So we've got to just wait for the graphics to go out. There we go. That's the champagne one. Again, this has got that lovely kind of, it's got like a soft, smooth finish to it there. You also get the two set. You get this, everything that you saw for the rose one. Oh, now that's interesting. They're now level pegging. The champagne one went shooting into the lead at the beginning, and they're now level pegging. So for £388.98 again, you get the machine. We have teamed it with this, so you're now saving £10 on this, which is the roller and the tweezers. They're normally how much? $18.99, right? $18.99 is what they are normally. How brilliant, how brilliant is that? And also, these are the reason we bundled this is because they're essential, really, aren't they? You have to have them because you've got to roller your fabric and you've got to tweezer it off at the end. So, you know, it's just sensible, isn't it, to put them both together. Right. Hang on, Hannah's got some information. Oh, an email. Oh, if you want to email in, Kath's upstairs answering the questions. Any questions, anything you want to know, studio@sewnquarters.com. The ones we don't have time to answer on air, Kath, who's in charge of the whole shebang, she'll email you later. She might be a few days because it took her 2 days to reply to mine. But that's by the by. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. So studio@sewnquarters.com is where to send your email. She's a lovely lady. She sent me a lovely one back, but it just took 2 days. That was all. It was a weekend, I suppose. Right. Come on. Let the app on the machine.
Yeah,
can we show how it works on here now?
Absolutely, yep. So can we get that up on the screen?
Yeah, Jeremy, that's your cue. Right, so is this, what they're seeing at home now, is what you're seeing on your screen,
Yep, so I'm just on a tablet right now. Right.
So we're not going to see your finger come in and move things around.
So in fact, if I move it, you can see this is me moving it.
So if you go straight to the app, is this the front page?
Yep, this is the home page. Now this changes all the time with brand new products. And by all the time, I mean literally every week, if not more. Almost every time I log onto this, there's a whole new set of projects on here. There are hundreds of tens of thousands. There's over 100,000 images and fonts that you can use, as well as all these ready-made projects. So they are usually added in kind of bundles, like around themes. So as you scroll down, you might not see a huge variance. Hang on.
So I've just seen that Brave Lion.
Yep. So tap on that. This is going to be, I believe, a sewing pattern. Oh no, I think it's just an iron-on actually, looking at it 30...
What? Brave?
30 minutes, yes. So see that little Brave? So it's going to show you how to cut that on and you can apply that onto a pre-made teddy. But there are also loads of different sewing projects on there, so you can make stuffed toys, plush toys as well.
How brilliant. So they're all different things. They're all different logos and designs and things like that there.
And you can search as well at the top, so just a search bar here. So I could search for, let's say, Christmas.
Oh, what are you doing? What did you just type in there?
I just typed in Christmas just at the top. So this is going to bring up all of the different Christmas projects.
Oh, don't, Hannah, I'll get overexcited
There's
now.
so many.
It's only 88 sleeps, Hannah.
Or if I don't know exactly what I want to make, I just want to make something, I can look at the preloaded categories. So we've got, I'll talk about Cricut Access, which is that top one with the little green A in a second. But we've got things for babies, we've got greetings cards, Christmas is up there, clothes, free things, we've got it split by the machines. Is it blowing your mind?
Okay, no, it's fine. So, So you just press in Christmas and it brings up everything to do with Christmas, right?
Yep, exactly.
What about handbags?
Handbags, yep, if I want to
I know we're supposed to be doing hexes, I know we've gone off kilter, we knew that would happen. So you just type in handbags.
Is that going to come up with stuff? Yeah, there we go, loads of handbags. So these are a variety of sewing patterns, so it'll cut out all your fabric and it will give you instructions on how to make it.
So something like this?
Yes, so that is a project.
Right. If you want something like this, you can put that in there.
That's a pre-made project that's loaded in already.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So you find the picture of this.
Exactly, yep.
You click, so this will be for free, nothing. Yep. You don't have to pay for anything, you just have to open your account.
No, so some of them will be paid.
Yeah.
But for now.
For now, yeah. But say this is one of the free ones, right? So you click on it, it comes up with all the pattern pieces.
Exactly.
We'll come back to that. I'll tell
you what.
We haven't done a hex.
No. I tell you what. Why don't we use that as an example? So we've got another bag here. This is just a simple tote bag.
Yeah.
I was going to use this as a demo later, but it seems quite a nice option.
No. I'm sorry we're jumping all over the place.
No, I think this is good. This is a really good project to show. Okay. So, hold on, it's going inside out. So this was a existing project in Design Space. Just
Right,
a simple
for free.
tote bag.
And this one's for free?
This one's not for free, no. But
okay.
It's low cost. I can't
79p
remember
or
exactly how
something like
much.
that.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Or you can sign up through the subscription
Yeah,
service.
of course. Yeah.
So all the patterns were, all the pattern pieces were loaded in there with simple step-by-step instructions on how to do it. I've cut most of these out, and it might be quite nice to show you.
That's our emerald panel. Did they give you our emerald panel? That looks like our emerald panel, does it? Abigail, my love, she says, I haven't got a computer, can I use my phone on my tablet? Yes. It's any smart.
Yep. So I'm using a tablet right now, but I also use my phone as well. And do you know what the great thing is? All of these projects are what's called cloud-based. So that means that when you save it, they're saved up in the air, and it means that you can then access it on any other device.
Hang on. Don't answer questions. Go on. No, you carry on. I'm just telling Hannah to be quiet.
So, right, okay. So that basically means instead of if you make a project on your laptop and you click save, it's not going to be stuck on your laptop. It will be saved in the cloud, which is the magical internet all around us.
Yeah.
So then when I come back onto, say, my phone, the project will be there as well. So this is really good for if you are on the go, like sitting on the bus, you can be just making projects on your phone.
Well, when I'm not picking her up, Hannah's always on the bus. And what was your question, Hannah? Hannah, I can't tell you think I'm overexcited. I'm just stuck in traffic and you're on the bus and you can just be... Yes, right. Okay, so we've gone to this one on the app.
Yep. So
and it showed me a picture of that bag.
And I will show you it. In fact, should we show it on the screen?
Yeah, go on. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll go back to Hexie in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
There's so much to cover. It's so exciting.
Oh, Hannah needs to go to a break. Yeah, we'll go in a minute, Hannah. We'll do the bag and then we'll go for a break. Well, we haven't even started talking about anything else yet. We haven't done the Hexies yet or anything. Right. Okay.
Right.
So
I've just searched for tote. I found the project. I've just tapped on it and it's loading.
So that's this.
There we
this
go.
One.
That's the finished project that I just showed
you.
you.
The photographer. I imagine that's what Kath's house looks like.
So you can see just a few photos of the finished project.
Yeah.
And then it gives you an idea of how long it's going to take to make, so 1 to 2 hours. So it's great for intermediate sewers.
Oh, yeah, do you say sewist or sewer?
When I write sewist because sewer looks like sewer, doesn't it? But when I speak, I usually say sewer.
So you're going down, so it's telling you the finished size, description, what materials you need to cut.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then it gives you all of your instructions and photo instructions. Not all of them have photo instructions, but the vast majority do.
Okay.
And it's so easy to follow as well. If you understand how to use a sewing machine,
you'll be able to do
people
who are buying this.
Yeah, of course.
For the sewing things will do, won't they?
Yeah.
So some people will buy this who are just card makers.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people who are just sewers or whatever.
Yeah.
But what we found as well since we opened, when we first started, we had distinct dressmakers and we had distinct quilters.
Yeah.
And now we're getting people, because we're obviously doing different things during the day, people who were quilting saying, oh, because of that Debbie, I've now made this dress. And dressmakers going, oh, I had to go, John, at that. You know what I mean? So who's to we can't tell you. I mean, the amount that you could. You might never have made a card in your whole life, and you might just be a pure quilter.
Yeah.
Buy this to cut your quilting squares out, and then go, I might just make a quick card. You're going to be addicted, aren't you? Anyway, go back to this.
So, I've opened the project. I'm going to click in the bottom right-hand corner. It says Make It. I'm just going to click Make It. And then it will take you to kind of a replica of the mats that I was talking about before. So
right,
the adhesive
now this
mats.
is fabrics. That's your pink.
Forget about the colours here. Oh. So this is where it's not confusing, but don't be tricked by the colours.
Right.
See how there's green, there's grey. These are arbitrary
I was only
colours.
looking in the middle. I didn't see the ones moving on the left hand side.
Don't worry.
Just saw the big one.
So
right. Okay.
All the colours mean are they are assigning to a particular fabric or material. So in this case, pink is going to be.
Oh, that's my fabric. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it could be any colour. I could change that to orange if I wanted to, as long as I remember that orange in this case means my floral fabric.
And
that's grey might mean
we're
my
all used
lining.
to a key like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I can tap through these as well. I can go to each one. I can cut them out in any
and these
order.
are all the pieces?
Yep, these are all the pattern pieces. So you'll see you've got your shape with the white border with the little notches in there as well, which is really handy. And then
are they like your sewing notches?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So to line it up,
yeah,
and this is a really simple project as well. But I've made quite a complex thing where the notches are essential.
Yeah.
As I'm sure most people listening have as well, and this will cut them out for you. The blue lines that you'll notice on the inside, this is going to be drawn with our fabric pen, and that's our seam allowance. So it even draws that for you. So it will tell you.
So
exactly
it's not even. Oh, we've cut it with quarter-inch seam. Let's sew quarter-inch in. Sew on the line.
Exactly. Yeah. It'll tell you where to pin, where to sew. It's super easy.
And you just put your fabrics on the board.
On the mat.
On the mats, and it cuts them out.
Yeah.
Right. But how do you know which bits you stitch to which bit?
There's instructions, so step-by-step photo instructions. It will tell you join this piece to this piece, right side
is that
together.
What these are?
Yeah, so these are all the pattern pieces except for two. So I'll show you now how to cut these
the two
out.
you haven't done.
Yep, so I'll use this fabric.
Right.
Just going to go back to my fabric mat.
Yeah. move that out of the way.
Yeah, so I previously, just before the show, I cut out every pattern piece for this tote bag except for the lining.
Right.
So,
Lined?
I know. If you turn that inside out, in fact, I think it might even be reversible.
Oh.
It looks pretty good. So I'm just going to gently place the fabric on top. So I've pre-cut this to 12 by 12 inches, so it perfectly fits the mat.
I know what people are going to say at home, and we don't have to do a full answer now, but what happens if I want to cut out bigger than 12 by 12?
So there is a 12 by 24 as well, so that's going to be double the length.
Right, we'll come to that later.
We'll
come to that later. It's just a question that came into my brain that I know people at home be going, oh, but I want to do bigger than 12 by 12.
Yeah, great question. You can do 12 by 24.
So you just getting rid of, it's like wallpapering, you just get rid of the air bubbles.
Good comparison, yeah, it is. Now, it doesn't matter if there are some little bubbles or some little creases, that the rotary blade is going to cope. It will roll right over them. It won't even notice them. The only problem might arise when you peel it off, and you'll notice that your straight line is a little bit wobbly because you've had a little crease, but it's really easy to get it straight.
Okay.
I didn't even iron this piece, and normally if I was cutting, I'd want to at least give it a basic press just so that I'm quite confident.
Okay, brilliant.
So this is applied nice and, nice and strongly. I'm going to pop that into the machine, so just again underneath these little white notch things.
Yeah.
And then back on the screen, if we just jump back onto the screen.
Back on the screen. There we go.
Here we go. So you'll see I've got this mat selected. So there's two. One is the outside piece and one is the inside for the lining.
Right.
Right now it's arbitrary.
Right.
I'm then going to click continue in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah. You see, even I could do this.
Oh God, it's so easy. So it's just having to think now because this is connected through the Wi-Fi. So it's
oh dear, our Wi-Fi is rubbish.
Oh, don't say that.
It is. It's absolute rubbish in this building.
But you'll notice already it's saying set material. So when this has had a little think, there we go. Then I'm going to just move over to popular. So these are all the preloaded popular things that you can cut. I'm just going to click on the green all materials button, and this is going to blow your mind.
What's it?
I'm going to click all. This is everything that we can cut. And look at the little scroll bar on the side. Look how small that is. It's barely even moving as I'm scrolling down because there is so much. So we're on fabric now.
Cotton?
Yep, so there's cotton on here somewhere.
Can you type it? Can you not type it? Oh, you've got search, so you can just type it.
So you can type whatever you want.
It's there.
Yeah, I'm just going to scroll through just to show you just how much. I mean, faux fur.
I know this is boring to you, but
crazy.
it's fascinating to us.
It's mad, isn't it? There's so much. I mean, look at the different types of cotton as well. There's things on here I've never even heard of. It's crazy. Oh. So this is, I'm still on
too
fabric.
fast for me to read that.
I know, well, I'm scrolling down fast because I'm still on fabric. Then we go to felt, there's foam, foil, metal, all your iron-ons, leather, paper. I'm going to go really fast because there's just so much. In fact, wood, so much there. Yeah. Right, I'm going to close that.
Oh.
And then go over to my favorites because you can set favorites. So you don't need to scroll through that all the time.
Yes.
So I've chosen all the ones here. I'm going to click cotton.
Right.
And
are you because they can't see the same, you literally just touch screening the one that you want, so the cotton touch it. Right, okay.
Just tapping it on. And then it's going to say step 2 is load the tools on your mat. So this is telling you exactly what you need. Yeah. So I'm going to load my blue washable pen, as it says. So
now you can't just put any pen from any...
No.
It needs to be a Cricut pen.
Yeah, it won't fit for starters. It needs to be specially fitted, but don't try and force a pen.
No, that was Hannah's first question yesterday, so she'd be home forcing one in right now. Right, hang on, you got the right blade in?
Nope, I've not yet. So I put the pen in, and then I'm going to swap the blade. So I'm putting my fabric blade in, obviously, because we are cutting fabric.
It's $5.99, the pen. You don't get that in the kit. You do get a black pen, but do not use the black pen for your seam allowances.
That's permanent, that pen. So we put both of our tools in, and the machine is now flashing, saying go. Yeah. So it's got the little flashing arrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to, as I said before, just gently put some pressure on the mat so that it goes in evenly.
Yeah.
That's now locked in place underneath this silver bar. And then that's starting to flash. I'm going to press go. Did I press that? There we go.
It's because now look at the screen. Look at the screen.
So the screen is telling me what's happening. So first up, it's drawing, and we've got a little pie chart thing here, which is going to count down.
Yeah.
So it will give you an idea of time left and percentage left.
That was Hannah taking her piece of the cake.
And if we jump back onto the Cricut view, you can see this is drawing right now.
See,
there we go.
Look.
And this is drawing right side on the fabric.
Yes.
So, but that's fine because it's washable, so we can just wash that off. You could, if you wanted to, you could draw on the wrong side as well. It will usually tell you which side to draw on the pattern though. So we're just drawing our seam allowances first, and then it will cut around them with that 1/4 of an inch seam allowance or whatever they use.
Now, I'm sure that I saw somewhere that some of the pattern pieces have numbers on them, and it writes the number of the pattern piece on the piece, so you know
Yes, they do. Yep. In fact, This is quite an old example. Maybe you can't see on this.
Washed it off.
Yeah, you can just about see.
Yeah, so on some things, can you see that there? That was number 4.
I think that's upside down. Yeah. So you
So
can
it prints
just
the
about see.
number on the thing. And that'll come off if you wash that.
Yeah, if I washed, yeah, I've left this on. But that's actually quite a complicated project. That took about 3 hours for me to sew with a lot of different pattern pieces. That's why you need them to be numbered. And it literally says, join piece 7 with piece 2 and sew along the curved edge, that kind of thing.
Right, okay, so have we started cutting yet?
Yep, it's cutting.
Oh, yeah, look, on the screen. Go to the screen, Jeremy, there you go.
Just going to quickly...
Yeah, oh yeah, we will go for a break in a minute, I promise. Yeah.
I think that's just finished the first piece, and now it's cutting the second piece. So this is the rotary blade just gliding over. It is like a hot knife through butter. It will just glide right the way over at that perfect depth as well for this fabric. So a really cool stat about this is if you join 2 pieces of sticky tape together, the Cricut is clever enough to be able to cut through the top layer and not the bottom layer.
No.
It's that precise. So it knows exactly the weight of cotton here, and it's cutting through that, so it's not going to
That's why it's got such a thorough list at the beginning,
Yes,
isn't it?
exactly.
About the different fabric. Okay, what's it say now?
So it says load next mat, because obviously there's loads of pieces in this pattern, but we're not going to do that because I've cut all the rest out.
So do you have to press that up-down button to release it?
To release it, exactly. So I've released that, and then I'm not going to use the tweezers just because this is off the sticky edge here. In fact, no, I will. I'll show you. I'm being lazy, aren't I? Yeah. Normally, this is just if you're in the middle, but there we go. And then, are you sure you don't want to do the honors this time?
No, I'm going to wait.
Oh, it's the satisfying bit. And this is just peeling off, revealing. Again, quite a simple shape, but this can be incredibly intricate if you want it to be.
We are showing the most basic of basic patterns here.
Exactly.
But you could be doing a plique with squirrels and all sorts of things. And we haven't even come to this yet. When you come to do this as well. It's just,
exactly.
So that, no, don't touch it, John. So you then just use the thing to get your pieces
just gonna take this off. And the great thing is, not only did this do this incredibly quickly, but it did that a lot neater than I probably could do.
Well, also, I don't wish to say, but Debbie Shaw, when she was cutting out this morning, it wasn't that neat, was it? Right, and what I want to do is when you at home, right? I know we can say, oh, it doesn't have anything. It hasn't got, you can't feel. No. You cannot feel, and I'd tell you, right? You cannot feel anything on the back of that fabric. No. It doesn't feel like it's been on a sticky. I mean, obviously, you have to be careful because I'm playing with it, it's fraying a little bit, but there's no coagulation on the back of that fabric at all.
Nope.
Okay, brilliant.
It's great, isn't it? And also, it's lined up perfectly with the pattern there as well. Even if I was using a rotary blade on a normal craft mat, I could wobble a little bit, and it's going to take me a lot longer. And let's face it, nobody likes cutting, so this is going to free up your time to do the fun
I was going to say, as a
sewing.
pattern cutter of dresses, I kind of like that. But if I had to, we'll talk about it later. To do a quilt like that with all those squares, you'd have lost me at 54 square.
Exactly. I mean, it'd take a day to do that.
Right, now can we quickly then go to the hexy page, or you put that back on there?
Yeah, just let me get this.
And then what we'll do is we'll go for a quick break after we've done the hexes, because we need to introduce this and all the foils and everything like that.
So do you want to cut loads of hexes out then in cards?
Jan's asked a question. Okay, is it possible to add, to cut a fabric that's got an interfacing stuck to it, or can you do Bosal foam on it?
So you
can any foam like that. Sorry, it's only because we use Bosal today.
Yeah, no, you can definitely do both. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Talking about interfacing, I will be showing you that in the next hour. So
the next hour is going to be very, very fast, right?
I know, we've got a lot to do, but yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you can apply interfacing.
So this is cardboard.
Yeah, this is cards, just to cut out some hexes again.
Yeah. Right, we need to see the screen, Jeremy, on this one.
So I'm going to go back to home, and then just in the top corner, I'm going to go to categories, and then my projects in the cloud. So this is all of the projects that I've currently got saved. So lots of them here. This is
okay. I can see what your life's like.
All the weird things that I've been doing.
So now, if they haven't got them in my projects, where do they go to find hexes?
So you can either search. So in fact, I will start a new project. No, it's fine. So I'm going to click New Project, and then in the bottom left, you'll see you've got image, text, shapes, or you can upload. So I'm going to click on Image, and then it will load loads of different images. It's just having a little think, first of all. There's over 100,000 images and fonts here to choose from, of which hexes is one of them. So you've got preloaded shapes.
So now, here we go.
I think if I search for hexes again.
What's that? Why have you had a ballerina?
Oh, God, there's so many on there. So many on there.
Okay, so there's...
So, wait, if I scroll down, bear with...
You've gone faster than the...
I know, it can't keep up.
So these are all the different hexes that are already loaded in, and these are all free, are they?
don't think these are free, but these are either very cheap, so we're talking 99p,
Yeah.
or you can pay a monthly subscription. So
Right,
anything
okay.
with this little A flag, you can pay a monthly subscription of $7.49 and get unlimited access to everything, which I definitely recommend. Or you can just pay as a one-off if you want.
Okay, and what about if you, can you just draw a hexie?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
So you don't have to come in and use yours.
No,
you can
no.
draw them if you don't want to spend your 79p.
Exactly. I'll show you both of those.
very
So
quickly
first
then,
up,
okay.
let's click 2.5. And then
Right.
just insert that in. It's going to insert loads of different hexagons. See? And it's going to cut along the black lines. So
What's
you're
the
going to
white zigzag line for?
That's just so when we click make it, in fact, I'll show you on this. Oops.
Oh.
No, it's not. That's basically a separate block so that on the mat we can move that down because it'll be too big to fit on
yes,
one.
so you can move that round to
Exactly.
fit your
Yeah,
fabric, because
exactly.
our
So if you-
fabric's not filling the whole board.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, got
so
it.
if you imagine each one of these solid purple
Yeah.
blocks is a different mat, but then the black line is going to cut them into individual
Right,
hexagons.
okay.
You can resize that as much as you want, or I'm just
So
going to
now,
delete that.
how do you put? So was that on our mat then, or was that
Not
just,
yet. This
right.
is what's called the canvas, which is kind of like your creative playground where
yeah,
you
yeah.
make your designs, you can resize it, and then we go onto the mat on the next screen.
Yeah.
But I'll show you if you want to do it for free. You can click on shapes in the bottom left corner
Yeah.
and see loads of basic shapes. Click on hexagon, and there we go. We've got that there.
Oh, there you go then, and then you make it whatever size you want to make
Exactly. So not only can you do
it. No, Hannah,
2
we're doing
inch,
hexes. Hannah's going, oh, diamonds.
not only can you do 2 or 3 inch, you can do 2.7 inches.
Oh, you can do whatever's
4.1
gonna suit
inches,
yours.
Literally
Oh,
whatever you want.
brilliant.
You can easily type in exactly the width that you want it to go to, and it will resize for you, or you can
Okay.
drag it like I can do here.
Yeah, exactly.
And rotate, and that's true with any images.
Flipping it.
Right, I'm just
Right.
going to quickly go back and
Yeah.
find the one that I've saved already because I know
your
that's to a
favourites.
nice size. So you see I've done 2 hexagons here, one for the fabric and one for the card.
Right.
Obviously we want the fabric a little bit bigger so we can fold it
Oh, now
over.
we've got the board.
Yes, so this is the board. This
Yeah.
is the screen that you've already seen. We're just going to go on to card. Now you'll see in the top left-hand corner it says Project Copies 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap in that box and I'm going to do 6 and click Enter. And then see how we've got 6 on the board.
Right, but we can fit more than 6 in. couldn't
We can, but we're doing an A4 piece which won't quite fit the whole mat, but we could
Right.
if we wanted to. Yeah. If I
Oh,
had a bigger
I
piece.
see. So how do I know that that's going to fit on the piece of cardboard that I put in here?
So there's a grid on the side, so you can line it up on the grid. So I can see that that's going to about 17 or 18 centimeters, which lines up to the centimeters on the mat.
Oh, right,
You can change
right,
that to
right.
inches
You've
as well
done it
if
on
you
the
want.
other end, though.
Here, oh yeah, true, it's
Yeah,
upside
yeah,
down, but yeah,
yeah.
same difference. Or
Okay.
you can use the snapback feature, which I talked about before, which I won't go through again.
Yeah,
but-
no, that's fine, that's fine.
And then I'm going to click continue. It's just having a think.
Yeah.
While it's thinking, I'm just going to quickly swap this
Yeah,
blade.
so the blade comes out, you put the pointy blade in.
Exactly, yep.
You take the pen out.
Yep. The pen can stay, it's not going to do any harm. I'll take it out for
Will
now,
it, will
though.
it, if you leave it in, will it
Yeah.
still draw on it?
No, because there's no drawing in that part of the pattern.
So the nib's nowhere near the
No,
cardboard?
oh gosh, no, it's completely raised. It's not going to drag over when you're cutting, only when it needs to. So
Right, what's
back
it
on the
saying now,
screen,
then?
it's now asking me to choose our material. So I've already got some cardstock saved.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tap go, and I've chosen the correct GSM as well.
Yeah.
And then it's over to the mat. So hopefully you're getting the hang of this now. We're going to place it in underneath these little white guiding
The
parts.
GSM is the weight of the paper, and when you buy your card from us, it has what GSM it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There we go. So that's just making sure it's locked in.
Yeah.
And then just going to double check everything's set up.
Oh yes,
right.
because you can buy that vellum card, you can buy all sort, for hexes for your EPP. This card that we sell is the
Yeah.
one we use, but you can do. There's all sorts of different.
There's
makes
so
of
many,
cards.
so
Okay.
many. And then I'm just going to press go on
Yeah.
the Cricut again,
On the
and it's going to
machine.
cut them out. I did miss a step at brayering it down. Normally you'd brayer that down, but we're
Oh, okay.
we're rushing through.
No.
It
We
should-
are a bit
should be
rushing. Yeah,
okay.
because we're 15 minutes in.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, are you all right just to carry on?
I'm okay.
Hannah, are you
Yeah.
all right just to carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that, because I think if we have a break, it's 12:14 already.
Yeah,
You
precious
sure?
time.
Is everyone all right? Mike, you all right with that having a break? Yeah.
So it's just cutting out the 6 hexagons now, and we're pretty much done already. So we're just doing the last 3. Obviously, we're cutting out 6 paper hexagons
Yeah.
here, but we could equally do loads of fabric ones as well. Also, you'll see in a second when I lift this up, these are all laid nicely next to each other, but I could rotate them and really slot them together, almost like...
Well, you could tessellate them,
yeah,
could you? So
exactly,
that the bit where it comes down, you could put one into there. And
exactly, almost like Tetris.
Yeah, because you've done 6 separate ones, haven't you? But if you move them around, they can...
Yeah, you could maybe get another one in along the side. So there we go, cut 6 out perfectly. And then just take that out, and then I'll just peel off the corner. So I did say before, flip it over and peel the mat backwards, but this is scrap, so it doesn't matter if this goes a bit curly.
Okay, I've just been told, right? Because you know, yesterday I had Riley Blake. Was it yesterday before I had Riley Blake Fabrics, didn't I? You know, like Anna Maria's inside that Elna. She's not inside the Elna machine, but I designed her inside. There's Riley Blake patterns on when you go to look at the page. Just type in Riley Blake, and there's Riley Blake patterns in there as well. Right. Okay. And
I'm just going to take this off. There we go, and we can see we've got 6 perfectly equilateral hexagons all cut out in what, 30 seconds?
Yes, maybe? Yeah. But as we were saying, I won't touch the board. But as you're saying, you on the computer screen, you could twist them round so that they would all like they would be like when they're sewn together, and it would then just cut between you, so you'll fit more on your page that way.
So you could put like these 3, for instance, and then you could like a bee's thingamajiggy, what am I talking about?
Honeycomb.
You know, I mean, honeycomb, there we go. You could really tessellate them to really not only maximise the space and therefore the time and like how many you can cut out in one go, but also to minimise wastage on your materials. So if you've got those really, a really beautiful scrap of fabric that you've been hoarding for a while and you don't know what to do with it, you can maximise it. Right,
before I do stock, have a look at this quilt. Can you just spin round this quilt? We're not selling this quilt. I just need we did this earlier in the week. Well, we did it on my birthday. Do you remember we did this on my birthday? And we sold the kit for it this week. That whole quilt is made from half square triangles. You have to cut out about 400 4-inch squares, right?
Good luck with
I'm
that.
not being dramatic. I'm not being dramatic, can I? If you work out how many are there, you weren't in that day. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you said it's the sewing we like to do, not the cutting. I love that quilt, right? But there is no way I would sit and cut 400 squares out, right? So you could set this to your fabric. I maybe would buy the longer board. And set it to have we got the longer board?
Yep, we've got one there, just in the packaging.
Now, are we selling it on its own?
Yes, it should be on its own.
So here's the 12 by 24. So it's only for the fabric, isn't it, this one?
It's exactly the same as the one that I've been using. It's just double.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is the one where you've got to have your machine quite away from the wall.
Yeah.
Because when it comes through the back, you're going to whack someone or, don't be... Anyway. Oh, it's only £16.99. It's only 6 hours. And these last, don't they?
Yeah,
we're not just saying all they last.
Yeah.
Right. But if you were doing that thing and you'd set it to 200, or you could just set the whole of that to 4-inch squares. I'm thinking of the blue one rather than the. But do you know what I mean? You could just then cut, and you could set it, go off and do something else, come back when that card's done, take them all off, put another piece of fabric on, put it through, and you've done. How brilliant is that? And I hate it when people go, oh, you get 90% of your life back. It's not about that. I mean, yes, it's saving time. I just wouldn't do that because I'd get to the square number 54 and go, oh, do you know what?
It's a barrier, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So how brilliant is that? Right, so I've got to do that, and then let me just want to do a stock warning,
of course,
and then I'll come back because we've got so much more to show you. We haven't even got onto this yet, and this is brilliant. This is fantastic. Right, okay. Rose, which is the one we've been using over there. There it is. So in the bundle, you get the machine itself with the lovely starter kit that we're sending, plus the we've teamed it with the roller and the tweezers, which would normally be £10 more. If you bought them separately, you're paying £398.98. You're getting £10 off, but they're kind of essential. You kind of need them, so we thought it was sensible to bundle them together. £388.98. That's the Rose one, which is the UK TV exclusive, not the champagne one, the Rose one, right? Over half the stock's been checked out already. And I know we've done an hour and 80 minutes, we haven't gone into repeat or anything. Remember, it's busier in the evenings when it's on repeat, so please be careful if you've got it in your basket. Champagne? Yes, please. I know, I haven't had a drink since New Year's Eve. This is my new champagne. Okay, graphics coming in. So this is the champagne one. Just close your machine up for me because I want to come over and open it up when I come over. That's right. So you get the champagne top machine, you get the roller and the tweezers, £388.98. Half the stock is gone. They're level pegging. They're absolutely level pegging. in colour, you know, who you chose and which. Now remember, they're in the warehouse. It's only £2.95 postal packaging. They'll be shipped. What day is it today? Oh no, it won't be shipped out till Monday now. But 4 to 6 working days. 4 to 6 working days. So you can have it by the end of the week. Next week, obviously. How? Not this week. You won't get it this afternoon. Anyway, let's go on. Oh, here's the email if you've got any questions for Kath. Kath is the expert in it. You're just thinking, oh, who's Kath? I've never heard of Kath before. studio@sewingquarter.com. studio@sewingquarter.com. If you're sending in longer questions, that's absolutely fine. We won't do them on air, but Kath or somebody will get back to you later on and they will answer your questions if you've got any questions at all. And I'll get her to do it straight away. I know it's Friday afternoon. I know she's got the school run to do. And I know what she's like at weekends. You know what I mean? It's always the quiet ones you have to watch, isn't it? Anyway, she'll get back to you so you can make your decision of whether you're going to get one or not. Right, what are we doing now then?
Right, before we did another demo, I just wanted to show you a few samples that I've cut out in advance, just to really illustrate how much this can cut out.
Okay.
We've already seen how much you can cut out on the screen, but this is just to show it in real life. So obviously we're in the midst of autumn now, so I've cut out some autumn leaves. So
just bits. Yesterday.
True.
Right, okay.
I like autumn, it's my favourite.
Okay.
So we've got felt here.
Okay, different fabrics. Okay,
yeah,
brilliant.
you can see just how intricate that shape is. We've got felt, we've got velvet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's velvet.
Perfect,
now, the other thing that's good about it, because it's so sharp, you know, when you use your scissors, sometimes it's going to fray as you go along.
Exactly,
that's really
exactly. And
sharp,
it took, 20 seconds to cut each of these shapes out. We've got unbonded cotton, so we've already looked at it cutting cotton, but again, this is just to show a little bit more of an intricate shape that it can cut. We've got bonded cotton as well.
So what does that mean?
Yep, so I've applied Bonder web on the reverse. Obviously you can't see this, but there's a layer of glue on there now.
Okay, so you've ironed the Bonder web off and taken the paper
Exactly,
off.
yep. So
don't
the process,
cut it with the paper.
No. So the process was I took basically a square of cotton, added a square of Bonder web, ironed it on, peeled the paper off, and then put it through the machine. Okay. So that's now ready for applique.
So that doesn't get hot at all then?
No,
so it doesn't affect that Bonder web on there?
No, not at all. Okay. No, so that's great for applique.
Yeah.
And you can do tiny little
things
as well.
Hannah's already upstairs going, oh, batik fabric cut into leaves.
Then we've got denim. So this is quite a lightweight denim, but you can do jean level denim as well. So if you've got any old clothes, you can.
So what's that? That's a very lightweight denim. But you can go up to a 9-ounce denim.
Yeah, exactly. I just grabbed whatever was in my craft stash really just to show this. This is a really lightweight jersey. So this is actually a stretch fabric. So there's a lot of stretch in that. It's so lightweight, it's curling up, but you've got the exact same shape there. And this is on a very stretchy fabric, which is a nightmare to cut. I've made t-shirts with this before, and it's a beautiful fabric when you're wearing it, but to cut, oh my God, it's a nightmare. It stretches, it flops everywhere. I end up making a mistake and having to cut it again, but with this machine, it's just going to cut it out perfectly.
Okay, perfect.
We've got tweed as well.
Nice.
So this is quite a tightly woven tweed, but we could also do things like calico or hessian or something that's a little bit of a looser weave, and it will work as well. Then we've got faux leather, and this works in exactly the same way as just normal leather. So if I can just...
Now, what blade have you used for faux leather? This blade that we've got in this
No,
kit?
so this is the only one that I used a different blade for. I used what's called the knife blade, which is an add-on. So
now, we haven't got that. So I don't know. Well, I'll let you know. If you need to know, I'll let you know later how you get that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just to show the capability, so you can grow into this as you want. So you can, and you can also cut.
Well, Hannah's friend only makes things with leather, and she's a really interesting one. So she should just buy it and buy the heavy blade.
Exactly. If you know that you're going to use it, then definitely invest.
I've got some questions before we go any further.
Cool.
If you don't know the answer, Hannah knows them apparently, so she's the new expert. First question. Sue said, "Does it come with a cutting mat?"
Yes, it comes with the blue and the pink. So that's your light grip mat for your paper, card, iron-on and vinyl, and the pink mat for your fabric. So yeah, it definitely comes with that.
We did just offer the larger one as well, if you want the long one for fabric only. That's extra. So these two come in. We should have had them there, shouldn't we really? These two come with your bundle when you buy it automatically. And then this one here, oh no, it's not there. Underneath on the web, Right, okay, next. Alison. Oh, honestly. Will the machine cut a 12-centimetre diameter circle perfectly?
Yeah, of course it will. With ease.
We're not going to do it, but it will do. Right,
it'll cut 12, it'll cut 11, it'll cut 11.89 centimetres.
Oh, yes, because if you do go into your own one, you can make it exactly...
resize it. Yep, you can literally type in exactly how many centimetres. I think it's to 3 decimal places. You can type in and it will resize. Next. You can stretch it, you can do anything.
Couple of questions regarding... Oh, right, okay. Uploading your own designs or designs from photos?
Yes, great question. So you can upload anything you want. So for instance, I've uploaded my logo and I've made an iron-on apron before, so it's great for merchandise.
You and little Paul are going to get on well, aren't they? Right, go on.
You can upload anything. So as long as it's quite a simple
So hang on, so
design.
you've got a logo for your company,
Yep.
right? And then you just uploaded that into that app?
Yep, so there's a button, it says upload. You click it and it'll tell you what to do. You'll just find it on your computer. It will open up a little box, find it on your computer and click import. It will import almost all image file sizes and file formats, so like JPEG, PSD. So if that doesn't mean a lot to you, chances are your image will be in a format that is acceptable.
Off your mobile. Right, what about picture? What if I've got a picture of, I want to make an applique out of a picture?
Yeah, so that's a bit more complicated because obviously that's not a flat silhouette design or a line design. That's going to have a lot of different elements in it if it's just a photograph of a tree with a sky background, for instance.
Right.
So you will probably need to do a little bit of editing.
But it's possible to do.
100%.
But grow with it. Grow with it. I'm not saying do it on your first day, because if you get it, you're going to do a hexie and be excited about it. But as you move, there are step-by-steps on the app apparently of how to do things like that. So
and you know what?
Brilliant.
A great idea as well is kids' drawings. So give some kids some marker pens, let them scribble on paper, do like what they want to do, draw a smiley face, draw themselves, and then you can scan that in and turn that into a cut design and put it onto a cushion, put it onto anything.
Memory quilt.
Yes.
So you could, if something, say your dad or your mum has passed and you're doing a memory quilt and you want to put some of their writing on it or something like that.
Brilliant idea.
Just do kind of...
Exactly, yeah. And you can also scale it as well. So even if you write your name or whatever quite small, when you scan it in, the clever software will make it so that you can scale that quite big and quite small without losing quality, so it's not going to go blurry.
So now you could just draw it on a piece of fabric, so you could do embroidery or red work over it or something like that.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you could wash it, because then the blue pen would go.
Yeah, I see what you mean,
You know what I mean? So,
yes,
so just put your pen in, it will draw the design.
Precisely, as a guide
Don't cut it out.
Yeah,
draw it like that.
Yeah.
And then you could embroider, wash it, and then...
Exactly. It's great.
Anyway, Hannah's getting overexcited now. She's doing sashiko and everything upstairs. We've only got half an hour left at the absolute most, so we need to move on.
Right.
No. Show how it opens.
Oh, yeah, this is great. It's like a spaceship. Are you ready for this? So I'm just going to lift that top. And then, ta-da. I mean, that's amazing. I love it. I never get bored of that.
And you don't get the noise ta-da with yours. Yours will do it silently. Right. Where are we going? We've got to do this.
Yeah, we need to use that. So what we're going to use is we're going to use some of this glitter iron-on.
Right, hang on. Now, we have to... I've got up things.
So this is in the bundle.
Oh! What's the bundle in then? What's the bundle?
Is it not the sampler? I think we've got a bundle product which is a mix of different glitter iron-ons.
You need this now, don't you?
In a moment, yeah. In a moment, we can leave that to the side for now. But even if it's not this exact colour, I think it should be. Has that got different ones in? Oh no, tell a lie, I thought this had a gold in, but tell you what, it's very similar, just a different colour to what you'll get in the bundle.
Okay, so I'll move these out the way.
I'm going to use the blue one in a second, but that's fine for now.
So hang on, so I'll come to this in a minute.
There's so much to cram in half an hour, isn't it?
Should we talk about this? Should we talk about what this is?
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're going to be using this machine now. So you cut things out from that to then make some sort of transfer to go in here.
So moving on from card and fabric, you can cut iron-on vinyl in this, so iron-on plastics.
Oh, right, so this is where we're going to
Exactly, so you see the t-shirt? I've done this little t-shirt design. This is just black iron-on. It's catching the light a little bit. But you can see just how beautifully intricate those scissors are. I mean, that's like a millimetre thick.
That's this?
This was cut out on the Cricut machine at home.
Right.
I then peeled away all the negative design, so all these inside bits that are now kind of white or blue. And then I used the Easy Press to apply this onto the sweatshirt.
Right, so this is called an Easy Press. Now, does it switch itself off while we've been talking?
So this is the Easy Press 2, which is the second model of the Cricut Easy Press. And it's basically mostly comparable to a domestic iron, which you might already use for your iron-on designs. Yeah. But honestly, trust me when I say this is no iron. This has got so many cool features that make it so much easier and more reliable and enjoyable to do your iron-on designs. So basically, it's a heat press. I'm just going to flip it over. Yeah. You can see this heat press here. This is going to get completely even edge-to-edge temperature. Yep. So there's absolutely no hot spots. On a normal iron, you might have a bit that's way too hot, a bit that's way too cold. This is completely even.
Right, now we've got a couple of bundles. Let me do the bundles and then we'll do the demo, right? So the first bundle is the Easy Press machine. That's not the right picture for this one. Sorry, that's the wrong picture. The Easy Press machine plus this mat. which you definitely need.
Yeah.
This isn't the mat to go on your table to save your table. This is, you use this for doing the pressing. We'll show you. So if you want the actual, there it is. So if you want the Easy Press 2 with the machine and the mat, if you were to buy them separately, it would be £5 more, £189.98 for that bundle. I've also got another bundle. So if you're going to take this to class or take it to work or something like that, this bundle is the press, the mat, and the bag. Now the bag, you can put it, they call it a tote bag. It's not a tote bag, but if your machine is still hot from your class, you don't put it in with all the paper here, right? You can put it in there still hot. And it's absolutely fine. So if you want if you are going to be, the reason we did 2 bundles is not, some people are just going to have this in their house and never move it anywhere, and they don't need this, right? So if you want this, and this, because you're going to go to class, then you go for this bundle here, saving £10 on that one. Now the bag is or will be available on its own as well. So if you buy this and then decide later on, oh, do you know what? I should have got the bag. We will be selling the bag later on as well. Right. Oh, and I have this on. This on its own. I have this on its own without the mat. But can you use it without the mat?
Yes and no. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. If needed, you could use it on an ironing board or a towel that's folded up, but you're going to lose all of the precision and accuracy which this has been so carefully designed for, which I'll talk about in a second.
Okay, it's £169.99 if you want to buy it on its own, but we suggest buy it with this.
Definitely. It will make your life so much easier. I really mean that. It's so useful.
Okay. Oh, and the mat, you can buy the mat on its own as well, apparently. Very quickly. There it is, £24.99. Right.
Right, should we do a quick demo? Because I think it's easier to see that when it's working.
So is this on?
I'm just going to turn it on, but it will get to temperature on its own. We'll leave that for now. Right.
Oh, so you can do different temperatures?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
do you want to talk
ignore me.
this now?
No.
Okay.
Let's just do it and then you can explain how it works.
I'm going to show you the full process of cutting a design out and then applying it as well. So I've gone back to my blue mat. So this is the standard grip, the light grip mat that comes with the bundle, that comes with the maker. I said that this is great for paper card, vinyl, and iron-on.
Right.
So I've added some iron-on. This is just glitter iron-on. You can see on the other side how glittery it is
so the glittery bit's down, the fancy bit's down.
So basically there's 2 layers to this. There's the actual iron-on material, and then there's a plastic heat-proof coating as well. Right. So I've put that plastic heat-proof coating face side down because I don't want to cut through that.
So the plastic's already on the vinyl?
Yes, exactly,
right, okay.
So the bit that's facing up is the bit that I want to cut. It's the actual design that's going to be stuck to my project in the end.
Okay.
It will tell you how to do this on the software as well, so don't worry if you're not taking this all in.
Right. We're going straight over to the machine.
There. Yeah, exactly. So I've already put this on and I've used the brayer just to press it down. In the interest of time, I was just doing that.
Okay, so you've got the normal blade in, not the fabric blade in, and you've got no fabric pen in.
Exactly, So, the normal blade is in. Then I'm just going to go over to the tablet. And if you just jump up on the screen. So I've got this initial here.
Hang on.
J, just for you.
Oh, yeah, for me. Yeah,
there we go. Now I'm going to tap this, and you can see I can rotate this. I can move it however much
so if you only had a very thin stripe of the gold foil left over, you can fit it into wherever.
I can move it anywhere I want to, so I can really make use of the space. Now, really important when you're doing letters or words is you need to mirror it, because we're going to be cutting it from back to front.
Right.
And there is
so people who do bonder web and everything are used to that, because you always have to do it the other way around.
Exactly, So it's just a mindset change. Hopefully you will be used to it. If not, then there's a button here. You just tap it and it flips it round.
Right, okay.
And it will also tell you when you're ready to cut, have you mirrored it?
Right. Oh, okay, perfect.
I'm going to turn this round just to try and save some of the material. Obviously I want that in the corner so it's nice and tight. With the Easy Press is beeping. It's just saying it got up to temperature.
That was this, not the Cricut.
Nice and happy. No. Then I'm going to click continue.
Right.
And this is exactly the same process that we did for the hexes before. So exactly the same.
Right.
Then it's just having to think. It's going to ask me to set that material again. So previously I set it to cotton or I set it to the 270 GSM
it's going to
card.
ask you for vinyl.
Yeah. And there's lots of different types of vinyl. I've already found the relevant one, which is glitter iron-on. Now, you see the little logo, the C, in the bottom corner next to glitter iron-on? That means it's a Cricut branded consumable. Right. If it doesn't have that, it means it's not. So it's not been 100% tested.
No. But the Cricut one, you know,
exactly,
it's going to work. Okay, fine.
So I'm going to tap that. And then it says there in green, so you can't miss it with a big exclamation mark. Make sure you've turned mirror on and that the iron-on material is facing shiny side down, which I've done both of those already. So if you forget, it will give you that reminder, but I haven't forgotten, which is good. Then I'm going to go over to the machine again, and we're ready to go. So feed it in again to these white feeder bits, and then I'm going to press the flashing button, the arrows, lock that in place.
Yeah.
Then press when this
flashes.
It's having a little think.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. I'm blaming the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then press the flashing logo for go. And it's just going to have a little think. Make sure it's got the right blade in place. Make sure there's enough space behind it.
Yeah.
We've got a little thread caught here, but that's fine. And then, once it's happy, it's going to cut it out.
While we're on it, there's two other buttons on the top here that haven't flashed.
Yes, yeah.
That one there, I presume, is just on off.
Yep, on off, exactly.
And what's that one
So
there?
that is your panic button. If you realise that something's gone wrong and, oh no, I didn't mirror it, for instance, or oh no, it's jammed, or oops, I put the wrong fabric in, or something, press the pause button and it will instantly pause for you. You can then eject the project completely and stop it, or you can, if you need to fix something or whatever, then you can just press go and it will continue from where you left off.
Brilliant. What would you say, Hannah? Janet messaged in. Can it cut SVGs?
Yep, SVGs are great. Yep, so that's a file format. So like an image file format.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I thought I was thinking of fabric or something.
No.
Yes, the answer is yes, Janet.
So you can, there's loads of websites out there that sell them that you can download.
Not using tweezers then?
Oh no. It's more for the fabric mat, and also we're very tight for time.
Okay.
So I'm peeling this off.
Yeah.
Also,
Where's
can we
the
just
J?
appreciate how quickly that cut?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
quite
yeah,
a complex
yeah,
design.
yeah. And
It's
I
surprised
can't...
even me, that one. So I'm just going to peel this off.
Well, it hasn't done it.
No, it's quite difficult to see. This
Oh, so this is different. This doesn't leave anything on the mat then.
Exactly.
Because you've only cut the gold, you haven't cut the plastic underneath.
So remember earlier when I said if you put two
pieces
layers
of sellotape,
yeah,
sticky
exactly,
tape together.
then
Right.
it'll cut through just one.
So it's only cut the glittery bit, hasn't cut the plastic underneath.
Exactly. Now, this is where it's really useful to have a light box. So
Right,
if you just grab that.
I just need to get the wire.
There we go.
Which ours is on the website. Oh no, hang on, which one's it?
Oh no,
There
it's
it is, it's that
gone
one.
missing.
There's so many wires underneath here, it's untrue.
Now, the reason being, it's not essential, so don't worry too much if you haven't got one, but it is going to help you just to see where those lines that it's cut are. It's going to shine through the lines quite easily. It's particularly useful on things like this, which is a heavy glitter, because it's quite difficult to see through it.
Right, so you're just using scissors?
So these are special Cricut scissors, which are great for the vinyl.
Okay, we haven't got those today.
No, but that's fine. You can just use any standard scissors you've got. Thank you. I'm just going to quickly trim around this. You don't have to do this. If I was at home, I probably wouldn't, just to save material. But to make my life easier on live TV, I'm going to cut that out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to my weeding kit.
Right, okay, now this is in a bundle, the weeding kit. That's this, isn't it?
Just let me see. Yes, that's the weeding kit. Yep. So this is basically, it's a set of 5 tools that are going to help you do the process called weeding. Now,
okay, right. We can sell it. Let me do it on its own first of all. They're like it's like if you're training to be a dentist, but don't put these in your mouth, right? I'll explain them in a second, but it's called the weeding tool set.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got different things for different input. So which one are you using now?
So I am using, I'm not sure exactly what the name of this is, but this is like a little hook, which this really looks like a dentist tool.
Wait, it's the pink one?
Might strike fear.
Oh no, yours is a different colour.
It's just a different colour, it just comes in different colour sets, don't worry. And this I use all the time when I'm doing iron-on designs.
And is this just for doing vinyl things?
Yes, so this is for doing your iron-on. The reason we call it weeding is we're taking away all the negative bits of your design that you don't want. So it's like weeding a garden, taking away what you don't want. We're doing exactly the same thing. So,
okay.
So I don't know if you can see on the screen, but in the studio, the lines have been highlighted quite nicely.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, just around here. Yeah. Now, I'm literally going to use this little hook, the weeding tool, and then hook it underneath.
And it's like getting rid of plaque, isn't it? Oh, now we're taking off the bits we don't want.
Exactly, yeah. I hope that I've taken away the right bit.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure I have, don't worry. And then I can just peel it away. Now that I've taken it away with the tool, I can just peel this away with my finger. And I'm not being particularly delicate here. I'm really pulling this away because I'm so confident that the Cricut has cut this perfectly.
All right.
Don't worry. There's an outside bit. No, don't worry. All this border is going to go as well. And this
right, we've got glitter on its own. Now, I'm not supposed to open this, but I'm going to.
Yeah, go for it.
Only because you've got to see the colours. This is the vinyl we're using, isn't it? That you're the same.
I'm using a different colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's the same. And this is a non-shed vinyl as well.
A non what?
Non-shed glitter.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. Now, isn't that funny? The first question Hannah asked, she went, "Oh, it'll be that." Well, the scratches, it all falls off. Look. So in the kit, you get red. You get red, pink, emerald green, aquamarine, amethyst, Well, it's not silver, it's multicoloured.
It's really nice,
It's
isn't it?
beautiful. You can't see it on the telly, but it's silver background with
Yeah.
lots of different colours in. So you get all of those, all 12-inch squares, £27.99. Right, so carry on.
And like you say, they're 12-inch squares, so they fit the mat perfectly, so you can get full coverage across your cutting mat.
Oh, I thought the middle bit of the J, you've got the outside. Ah.
See what I mean? Yeah. So we've got
yeah.
this kind of, which way round are we?
There you go.
We've got this funky little font here, and this is one of the fonts that's in Design Space already, so we can
Right.
write a whole word in this if
Okay,
you want. But for
perfect.
now, we're just doing this kind of graphic
Yes.
shape. So we're going to go back to the tote bag from earlier.
Right.
So you see that we cut out the pieces a little bit earlier in the show. Do catch up if you missed that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go
Listen to you.
budge over.
Oh, we've got to budge over.
Budge over, yep.
Right, this is where the
Time is
mat
ticking.
comes in, you see. So you put your item that
Yes.
you're putting on. So if you put it on the back of a denim jacket, you put your denim jacket
Yeah,
on that
exactly.
mat, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to go just over to the Easy Press first.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera can just see the screen there. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
look,
quite
yeah,
hot.
yeah.
So we've got a little screen here with two numbers on. One is temperature and one is time. We can change these to absolute precision. So to change the temperature, I'm just going to click.
Why does it tell you on the vinyl what temperature you need to go to?
Not on the vinyl, but on the Cricut website, it tells you exactly. So there's an interactive guide, which basically, if you type here, or there's a drop-down list, you can say the exact type of iron-on you're using. So in this case, glitter, and then the material that you're ironing onto. In this case, cotton. Say that I'm using an Easy Press 2, and it will say, blah, 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 great, this is the time and temperature that you want.
So it'll say 180.
So it should be 160 from memory. I'll do 170 because I can't quite remember exactly.
Okay,
but
and what's the bottom number for then?
That's time. So you see seconds, so 30 seconds. I can change this.
And does it tell you on that
the
website
second.
how many seconds to do as well?
Exactly, yeah. So I can change this to the second.
Right,
Most
okay.
of them are 30 seconds,
Yeah.
but some of them aren't. Right, so now it's ready.
Hang on, so that's click temperature up
Yeah,
and down, click
exactly.
seconds up and down,
Yeah.
on off button, and I'm presuming this is going to flash
Yep, and it will
when it's ready.
count down. Yep, so that 30
Oh.
seconds will count down and then it will beep when we're done. It's so good. It takes all the guesswork out of it.
Okay.
And importantly, you can be 100% confident that whatever temperature it is saying here will be what temperature is being applied to your
Right.
project. Whereas with an iron, I mean, who knows what the little dial means really? You don't know what temperature it is.
So it's not. It's 187.
Yeah,
But
which is
actually,
hot.
underneath it's a little bit on the warm side. But there's
Look,
nowhere on
exactly.
here.
And do you know what? Feel the desk now.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So this is great for if you're doing projects with kids. They
Yeah.
can't get their fingers in there. I mean, look, this is crazy hot, 180 degrees.
you be careful.
Think of steam is only 100 and that will burn you badly.
Yeah.
I can't get my finger in that. You say be
Okay.
careful. I'm so confident that I won't
Yeah.
burn myself.
Okay.
So it's really, really safe, this cradle. Also, the mat. We need to talk about the mat.
Yes.
So this is not just any nice looking padded mat. This has got 5 layers of patented technology. So this is a very scientific technical mat.
Okay.
5 different layers in there, all of which are designed to do 2 things. 1, protect your work surface so it's not going to get hot. But 2 is bounce and reflect all that heat back up into your project. So you can be sure that the temperature that your Easy Press is saying is the temperature that your adhesive and that your project is getting up to. If you put this on just a normal ironing board or a towel or something, loads of the heat will initially be sucked into the ironing board, making it colder. So you can't be confident that that adhesion is going to work, which, I mean, it might work okay. Stick it in the wash, it might be okay. Stick it in the wash 3-4 times, it's going to start peeling. Whereas like the sweatshirt that I'm wearing now has been in the wash loads of times. I've got t-shirts that I've worn so many times and there's not even the slightest bit of peeling. It's going to last longer than the fabric.
Yeah,
whereas-
the t-shirt. Before you go on any further, who was that question from? Cindy. Right, Cindy, I'm going to answer this question. She says, can I fussy cut using the machine? Yes, you can. What you have to do is you take a photograph of
Yep.
your fabric, you put it into the app.
Yep, exactly.
It will then put it onto your mat, and then you can place your hexes over
Yep.
the fabric where you want it to go. That's me just, I don't,
No,
but I'm looking
totally,
at the time
that's
because we're
fine,
nearly
that's
run out of
absolutely
time.
fine.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you might have missed what I just did. I
Yeah.
just pre-warmed.
Oh, you warmed the
this.
mat, okay.
So it's going to bounce all that temperature back up, but it's good practice just to give it a little warm. So just rub that over.
Yeah.
This is beeped and the button
Oh,
has
it's
gone
green,
green,
yeah,
which means it's ready for go. So green for go. You can't get it wrong. I'm then going to just give my project a little warm as well.
So you've warmed the mat and then you're warming the project.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, be careful of that. Don't want that to melt. So this is, we showed how to make this earlier. This is
Yeah.
one of the projects in Design Space. So this is nice and warm to the touch, but not too hot. I'm then going to place this on. Should I have it on a little jaunty?
Yeah.
I'm just going to place this directly on. This is now the shiny side facing up. So we cut the reverse. We
Yes.
took all that away. So now this is basically the sticky side
Yeah.
that we're going to put down. And all this clear bit has a slight stickiness to it. So that's now nicely in place. It's also completely heat proof, obviously.
Yeah,
So
of
we can
course,
place
yes.
this on. That looks central to me. I'm then going to put this directly on top. and I'm going to press green for go. And you can see that is starting to count down.
Okay, now you're holding on to it.
Yes.
Do you have to press it down or could you walk away and leave it?
In theory, you can walk away. It's good practice just to give it a very gentle bit of pressure. So, I mean, look, I can do it with one finger.
So you're not...
No, I mean, I'm not working. So if you've got dexterity issues, do not worry. This is
And it's not
so
heavy. I have to
easy.
warn you. It looks like it's going to be really heavy. It's not heavy at all.
And notice I'm not rolling this around. So when you're ironing, you obviously move it around quite a lot. This, I'm confident in the temperature. I'm confident in the positioning. It's covering it completely. So I'm just leaving it. God, that was a quick 30 seconds. And I'm going to gently take that off, put it back in the cradle. Now, this is what's called
that'll be hot.
Yeah, it's hot. So this is what's called a warm peel. And again, it will tell you this on the Cricut interactive guide.
Oh, what? So some cold peels or warm peels?
Exactly.
Right.
And that basically means you're going to peel it off when it's warm or when it's cooled down.
Yeah.
This is warm peel, and by warm peel, it means warm, not hot. So right now, it is quite hot. It's cooling down quite quickly, actually. But don't be tempted to go straight in there and peel it off.
Yeah. Okay, so even though it's a warm peel, you don't take it off straight away.
Just let it cool down until it's warm enough to the touch, because you don't want to burn yourself.
No.
That's the main
thing. But
if
you left that one to go cold, would there be an issue when you tried to pull it off?
If you did, I'd just put it back on again and just warm it up again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if the phone rang now, you think, I've got to go on the phone. Come back, you think, it's gone cold. Don't try pulling off. Put the heated thing back on the top of there, just to warm it up.
Just to warm it up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that should be good enough now.
Rose has gone into the lead, by the way.
Oh, now a really good tip for when you're taking this off is just find a corner, peel it off, and just first of all make sure it's stuck on, which it will do because it's perfectly designed to do that. And then roll this back with your fingertips. See how I'm rolling that back at a 180 degrees? So don't pull it up. Roll it back.
Right.
Slowly.
Now, what would happen if it hadn't stuck properly and it started peeling back a bit with you?
Yeah, that's fine. You just simply fold this back down and give it a little press again. A little bit more warmth. Yeah, exactly. So look, I can do it now. I can just put it straight back on. There's still residual heat in that. Give it a little press. But I mean, I think in the years that I've been using Cricut, that's happened once maybe, and it was probably my own error.
Yeah. Now, Hannah's a bit worried because when Hannah comes in the morning, Hannah loves glitter, right?
Right.
And she always has food down her T-shirt. The glitter one can go in the washing machine as well, can't it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can. Yeah. And then we're just going to peel that off. There we go. And we've got a perfectly stuck down, almost seamless. Well, obviously there is a bump, but there's no catching, there's no tugging at all there.
It does have a feel, it has got a texture, Hannah, but it's not like that one where you can get your fingernail on it and you're not going to peel it off. You're not going to sit there at your desk scratching it off your T-shirt.
Yeah. So I flip that round. If the camera can just pick that up.
Yeah.
There we go. So this bag, completely cut. All the notches and the seam allowances were drawn. All the fabric was cut, and this was designed and cut out and applied with Cricut projects. So it's completely bespoke.
Okay, so we've only got 9 minutes left on the whole show. So you've done a letter.
Yep.
What happens if you want to do a filigree, if you want to do lace, or if you want to do something like that? Is all that possible?
Yeah,
as well?
absolutely. Yep. So you can get to incredibly intricate cuts. So I mean, this is a great example. So
so just come in on this pair of scissors. So you've designed a pair of scissors, because I thought that was embroidered when I saw it this morning. So you've designed that, because obviously this is just, you've taken a font, you've just done the letters, you've done that. But then those scissors, now did you do it all in one?
All in one.
Or are they two separate?
No, all in one.
Okay.
I could have done it in two separate, but all in one was easier for positioning.
So you found a picture of a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
And you put it into the app, or it might even been there already.
It was already in there.
And then, now when you took away, what's that thing called? That's
weeding.
Yes. You're going to have to be really careful.
That you don't take the wrong bit.
Yeah. Now, Hannah's concerned because surely your sweatshirt's stretchy. And the vinyl won't be stretched.
Yeah, good point. So, I mean, obviously there is a level of stretch. This is quite forgiving. You're not ever going to stretch it completely. If you wanted to do sportswear, so you wanted to do leggings or yoga tops, then
she started yoga every day for a month. Yeah.
There is also a different Cricut vinyl which is called Sport Flex, which has flex in it. It's not on the show, unfortunately, but maybe
No. But this is a thing that you can grow into.
You can grow into.
We're not expecting this to be our only Cricut show. You know what I mean? Because we need to go on and on. And him over there, he's waving. Is it Seb? Seb over there, he's like in charge of all these and everything. He's like, you can have 6 of these and 20 of those. They're everywhere, upstairs, here, there, everywhere. He's just stayed very quietly and lurking in the shadows. He's that kind of lurk in the shadows boy. But we're planning, aren't we, for this to be an ongoing thing. It's not just we'll do this Cricut and then we'll leave you. We want to grow with you. We want you to get your Cricut home, go, oh, John, it's fabulous, but now I need to do this. And then we can introduce more and more of myself. Hannah now wants the yoga stretchy thing so she can put wow across her bottom and things like that when she's in. I can't tell you what, she stands next to the lady who's got a wind problem, so people don't know it's her when the wind... It's true. Right, okay. So we could, but how do you find out which one is the best one for your... So, like, how would Hannah know which one to buy for her yoga pants, for example?
Yeah, so, well, if you're doing something with a lot of stretch, and that's pretty much all sportswear, then you will use the Sport Flex. So that's got a hell of a lot of stretch with it.
So do we go to the Cricut website to find out about all these different things?
Exactly.
Because at the beginning, it's better, I think it's better to use all the things that are Cricut recommended.
Of course,
you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that so you only go and buy Cricut, because obviously as you grow, you'll know what things you love and everything.
Yeah.
But I just think to begin with, you don't want to mess your machine up by using something, oh, they've got that down King's Heath Market, I'll get some of that down King's Heath Market, and then it's going to ruin your machine or ruin whatever sort of thing.
In saying that though, if you have got a lot in your current stash, so a lot of fabrics or vinyls or anything that aren't Cricut branded, you will be able to use them with that. So don't worry that you need to go and buy all
the fabrics are fine. I'm just more concerned about your vinyls, because you can go to some shops, can't you, and it might not be the right vinyl.
Yeah, it might not be the best quality or that
or it might not be the right one.
Yeah, true.
So to begin with, stick with that. Now, so in here, I just need to talk about this weeding tool set. So they're all different.
Yes.
I can't open it without it being...
So we've got tweezers, we've got kind of fine
Oh, now those are
tweezers
different. They're tweezers like with thin ends.
Exactly.
Right? Oh,
exactly,
because all of this is for doing that.
For very intricate
This
work.
isn't for working on with that machine over there.
No, this is for once you've cut out your vinyl and you're taking away all the negative that you don't want.
So those are all the different tools that you...
Yeah.
So our one here, you only needed to use that one that we used because it was just big bits. But if you're doing thin lace
exactly,
and things like that...
exactly. Really, really intricate details. There's one that's like, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically a pointy sharp bit.
Yeah,
which
called
is
the pointy sharp one.
The pointy sharp one, that's really good just for taking out those tiny little bits.
Well, in between...
Exactly, where if you hooked that, you might push some of the designs slightly. This just makes it so much easier. In fact, it makes it possible. I don't think you could do fine designs without this.
No, exactly. But now, they need to design... Think of this, Seb, for the next development meeting. They need to... work out so you can see which bits are your negative bits to pull out, because I know I'd pull the wrong bits out. I just know I would do.
Well, you just need to look back at the design on the screen and just line it up. It's not that difficult.
No, I know, but I'm so impatient. I'm get rid of that, And they go, oh no, that bit.
The good thing is though, once you take one bit off, it's quite easy to do all the rest because they all flow out from that. So if you cut one bit, or you take one bit out, the next bit along you want to keep. Then the next bit along you take out.
Oh, of course.
Then the next bit along you want to keep.
So
it is actually quite easy. It's actually really therapeutic. I've got a little mini Cricut light box, which is called the Bright Pad, which I can put on my lap. I'll watch a movie and I'll just be weeding away all these intricate designs, and it's really relaxing. It's quite nice.
Yeah. We're all laughing upstairs. We had an exciting night watching the telly do weeding. Right, Hannah, what do you want me to talk about now? Right, we've got a bundle. Oh, that's enough. That's a funny bundle. So we've got a bundle with the vinyl, we've got with the weeding, and with this. Which big mat? This? Why is that in a bundle? Zeb? Right, okay. Right now, at home, you don't use this with those, do you, at all?
No.
I don't know why this is, but it's Zeb's fault. Don't blame him. But you're saving £10, so if you're going to have both of them, get it, but don't use them together.
This is really useful if you are going to be making slightly bigger sewing projects that you also want to add some vinyl designs on to customize it. Yeah. So if you're making, I don't know, adult-sized clothes that you wanted to do a little bit of customization on, this is the bundle.
Or like we offered this on its own earlier, we offered that on its own. If you want to buy it all and save £10, but just know that it's a weird bundle to put together.
Yeah, don't be tricked. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It says on the mat that it's a fabric mat. Yes, so don't put vinyl on it because that's not fabric. No, exactly.
Okay, right. Okay, let's just do then the bundles of the machines itself, because the time's almost up now. So we'll start with champagne, because I'm here, if that's all right, Hannah. So what you get is you get the machine itself. This one is the champagne one. With that, you get 2 cutting mats. You get the fabric-only cutting mat and the other cutting mat, which is called Light Grip. You get now we've done a bundle with the roller and the tweezers in. If you were to buy them all separately, this would cost you £10 extra. But when you get your Cricut, you get the box and it's got your first sample, I don't think everything's in there, is it? Because we've taken out the fabric for your first sample, the blade which we've taken out from the machine. So it will come with 2 blades at the beginning, doesn't it?
Oh, careful.
Yeah, it'll come with. I'll just drop it in there. Be careful when you go into this box because it's you get your 2 blades. That one will come in there. This one will, and that's your other one there. So this is cutting fabric only. That's like the mini rotary cutter. This one's for cutting your paper with and things. And that's just I'll just push it there. Can you see how the blade? Oh, can you see how the blade comes out the bottom of there? Yeah, come on, hurry up. Right, so you get all of that. That's also got a lead in there for you to put it into your computer if you don't want to use your Bluetooth. And it also had a black pen in there, not to be used on your fabric, but to be used for etching and not etching, drawing invitations and things like that. And there was something else. Was there something else in the box?
The mats.
I've done the mats, done the roller. In the box here, you get your starter kit. You get Open Me for. Oh, I know where to go, because you need to go to what's it called? The
Design space.
Design space, Cricut design space, where you need to go to look at 100,000 different designs. Loads of them are free, 100,000 of them, like, I don't know how many exactly, but loads and loads of them are free. There are others that you can buy 79p, 99p, or you can pay a monthly subscription, or if you pay it for a whole year. Now, you don't do that through us, you do that through the website. It's like when you buy a tune, you go, I'll have Madonna Disco Vita in Spanish, that one, right? 79p, like that, and then it comes off you, whatever card you put into the thing. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to spend another penny if you don't want to, because there's loads on there that's free. You can also upload your own ones. Anyway, so that's the champagne one. We've also got it in rose, which when we last looked Rose was in the lead. Rose? There you go. And Mike's arm. So that's the rose one. 388.98. Now again, you get everything that I've just shown you. Now there's loads of basket. Which is still coming out the most popular? Still the rose. Yeah. No, right, okay. When we're down, when everyone's checked out, rose is down to little single figures. Little single figures, right? So please be careful. And that's at 12.56 on Friday. The heaty machine-y thingy.
Easy press.
Easy Press 2. The bundle with this and this. This is the most popular when you buy. You can buy this on its own, but we suggest, because you need this. You need this really, because actually you're saying use it on your ironing board, but your ironing board's not going to reflect it. It's not got the technology in it or anything.
It's going to take the accuracy out of all of this.
Yes.
So
so if you buy this and this, 189.98, you're saving £5 if you buy them together. Single figures already on that one. Single figures. Now, isn't that weird? There are other bundles. Please go and check on the website. Oh, God, until the menu. Oh, including, menu, quick. Sorry, I thought you said 45 seconds till menu. Right, Natasha's in tomorrow. Debbie's doing sewing. June's doing sewing. Debbie's doing sewing. Fabulous sewing. 12 noon quilting tools and accessories. Right. Thank you, that was me reading it. Thank you so much. Well done, that was brilliant. And we didn't have a break. You know what now? I've done it without a break, so every day now they'll expect us to have a break at that hour.
Set a precedent now.
If you've got any of this in your baskets, you really, really, really need to check out. This is only the first of many Cricut shows, so please get this one now and then build and build and build, because it takes you as far as you want to go, don't you?
Yep.
I'm not now in till Monday and Tuesday, they're off on my holidays. Have a lovely weekend with Natasha. I'll see you at 8 o'clock on Monday morning.